5 here in Cleveland at Progressive Field. Tigers and Cleveland Guardians. Tigers would love to have clinched at home, but Andy Dirks, you have been a part of this. You've been part of 3 Game 5s, elimination games. Describe what this feeling is like if you're one of those Tigers down in the dugout.
Well, there's some things to be excited about. One is you've gotten this far, right? So you can't ever take that away. It's like we're in a moment where this is a winner-take-all game, Game 5 to go to a championship series, and we have our horse on the bump. Anytime you got your guy on the mound, you feel confident, you're excited, you're ready to get out and play some ball.
A.J. Hinch said on the pregame today that controlling the emotions in the dugout, one of his biggest jobs on a game like today, because there will be ups and downs throughout the game. Tarek Skubal on the mound for the Tigers, and as he said, he doesn't have to win this game by himself. He just has to do what he's been doing so far, and what he's been doing so far has been pretty spectacular. 13 shutout innings for Tarek Skubal in his first 2 postseason starts. Tarek Skubal against the longtime Tiger, Matthew Boyd, who got emotional when he was asked, what does it mean to you to start a second division series, 2 starts in the post-series season in 1 series, and he really got choked up because, and you could just tell, Andy, it means the world to Matthew Boyd coming back from Tommy John surgery, all the ups and downs with injuries in his career. To make this start, however long it goes, is a big deal for him.
It is. There's a lot of guys that have played a lot of baseball, a lot of professional baseball, a lot of big league baseball, and haven't had the opportunity to go out and even play in the postseason. So for Matthew Boyd to be able to come full circle, be able to come out, play against his former team in a Game 5 situation, big time, you know it means the world to him. You know, he was talking about his workouts that he was doing. He's like, you know, all this preparation, everything in your whole life comes up to this point, from when you're a little T-baller all the way through kid pitch, then you get to the big leagues. Now he's at a point in his career where he's just excited to be on the mound in a postseason game.
Lineups are about to be exchanged at home plate. Let's take a look at the details for the starting lineups. Game 5 of the American League Division Series. The winner moves on to play the Yankees in New York on Monday. Let's check the lineups with Daniela.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Comerica. Only one bank has been committed to Michigan since 1849, and that's Comerica. We'll start with the visiting team today, your Detroit Tigers. Leading things off, the designated hitter, Justin Henry Malloy. Batting second and playing third base today, Matt Vierling. Batting third and in left, Riley Green. Batting fourth, your second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Batting fifth, Wenzel Perez. He'll be in right field today. Batting sixth, first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Batting seventh and in center field, Parker Meadows. Batting eighth, your catcher, Jake Rogers. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Trey Sweeney. And for the home team, the Cleveland Guardians, leading things off, left fielder Stephen Kwan. Batting second, the designated hitter, David Fry. Batting third and at third, Jose Ramirez. Batting fourth and playing in center field, Lane Thomas. Batting fifth, first baseman, Josh Naylor. Batting sixth and in right field, John Kenzie Noel. Batting seventh and catching today, Bo Naylor. Batting eighth, Andres Jimenez, the second baseman. And batting ninth, Brian Rocchio, today's shortstop.
Pitching matchup is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. The longtime Tiger, 8 years in a Tigers uniform. Matthew Boyd gets his second start of this series. He was matched up against Tarek Skubal in Game 1, and they will be matched up again here today. Both put up zeros. For Boyd, it was over 4 2/3 innings of work, and for Tarek Skubal, it was over 7 brilliant innings of work. Keys to the game brought to you by Sarah Chevrolet. And Andy, let's talk about the keys. I think A.J. Hinch made a great point, kind of about, for him, it's kind of managing the emotions in the dugout, make sure that things don't go too high, too low on a roller coaster. The other team scores first, Tigers score first, whatever it is that you're just remembering, play the 27 outs.
Yeah, it's very cliche to say one pitch at a time. But there is truth in that statement as well, you know, because you can't always dictate the outcome of where the ball bounces, of when a guy gets a hit, of exactly, oh, I missed a spot with a pitch, guy gets a knock. You got to stay in focus, and how do we execute the next best thing? What do we have currently in front of us? Let's execute that. Now, with the emotional element, obviously you don't want to get down too far. You don't want to let the crowd play into it. I haven't seen the Tigers do that at all this year, especially down the stretch. I wouldn't assume that they would start now in a Game 5. I think they're just going to go have a lot of fun and play a good baseball game.
And then I think that's what the thing you think about with this game. It can be the first elimination game, and it is. It's the first elimination game these young Tigers have faced, but because they've been playing kind of elimination games, as AJ put it, for a month and a half now, and because of what we have watched the first 6 games, they don't look any different in the first 6 games, win or lose, than they did in those last 6 weeks of the regular season when they went 31-11 to clinch a playoff spot. And that, to me, has got to be the most comforting thing for AJ and this staff. They know that whatever is going to happen today, this team is going to play the best brand of baseball they can. They're not going to let the moment get to them.
You got it. They don't dwell on the past. You know, that's one thing. They've had a couple bad games even in the stretch when they were really hot, right? Where they played really well in the last ball game against the Guardians, and just play that same brand of baseball. Because in the postseason, all you can do, there's 2 really good teams playing one another. Go out, play your best brand of baseball that you can play, and then the outcome is going to get dictated maybe by a bounce here, maybe by a shovel there, but just let's see some great postseason baseball today.
Matthew Boyd. It's incredible to see Matthew Boyd. It really is. Come out of that dugout, lead the Guardians onto the field. I mean, we talked about it in Game 2, but seriously, 8 years for the Tigers, flexor tendon surgery, came back to the Tigers. 15 starts, Tommy John surgery. He didn't have a team to pitch for this year until the Guardians. He threw for major league teams in June, and the Guardians needed help. And he gets signed by a contender, and he makes 8 really important starts for them down the stretch. And now he is taking the mound here. It's just been an incredible journey for him. One of the truly all-time good guys in the game. We talked about it. He helped mentor Tarek Skubal when Tarek Skubal was first coming up, and then Tarek Skubal and Casey Mize helped him through the Tommy John recovery, which almost any pitcher will tell you is more mental than physical, and they really helped him with that part of the equation. Tigers and Guardians, American League Division Series, Game 5. The Tigers have a pretty good history in Game 5s of Division Series. They have played 5 Division Series in franchise history. They are 4-1 in the 5 series. It's gone to a Game 5 3 times in those 5 series. They have won the Game 5s all 3 times, all on the road. And Andy, you were a part of each one of those on the road in New York, in Oakland, and then again in Oakland.
Yeah, those are riots too. I mean, it's fun to win at home. It really is. But when you go to an elimination game and beat somebody else on their home field, oh, that's a really good feeling. You just go from the cheers, the crowd, to oof, and just the air out of their sails, and you're like, yep, we just did that. It was like 26 for, well, there's probably, I don't know, there's a couple thousand Tigers fans here probably today.
Maybe.
But there's 30-some thousand Guardians fans. Then there's 26 guys out there. Only 9 at a time are on the field, and you feel like, man, this is kind of like the underdog syndrome, but that's what I like.
Justin Henry Malloy is having quite the postseason. He's 5 for 7 in the postseason, 3 for 4 against the Guardians. First pitch of the game from Matthew Boyd to Justin Henry Malloy. Whoa, way inside, and it hit him. And Justin Henry Malloy starts the game by reaching first base, hit by the pitch, and we are, in a most unusual way, underway here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. How about that?
That's a good way to start with a base runner there.
You didn't hear the name Kerry Carpenter in the lineup today. He would not have started against Matthew Boyd. He didn't in Game 2. But we do see him down there on the bench. Matt Vierling at the plate. First pitch, big bender of a curveball for a called strike 1. Vierling walked twice against Boyd in Game 1. The Game 5 decisions, especially when it comes to pitching, come a lot earlier than in any other game. The strike 1 to Vierling, swing and miss. Andy, that was a big pitch, first game for Boyd against the Tiger right-handed batters. He got 7 swings and misses with a changeup.
You know he's going to use his off-speed quite a bit. He'll move the fastball around, but you got to stay back. Vierling's got to look to drive the ball to right field. Hit it over there in that hole. Let the fastball beat you with Boyd, because he will expose you with that changeup. It's a really good one. It kind of drops out off the end.
Veerling behind quickly, 0-2. Boyd sets, places that right foot in front of the left when he sets the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Wow, we get a little extra. 94 bottom rail. Chad Fairchild is our home plate umpire today. Nick Marley at first. Adam Beck at second. Ramon DeJesus is our third base umpire today. Jim Wolf is working the left field line, and Todd Titchener the right field line. That brings up Riley Green. Bump from the 4 spot to the 3 spot today against Boyd. 0-for-2, a fly to left and a ground ball to second when he faced him 5 days ago. Green takes a pitch outside, 5-for-22 in the postseason. He's had a good series against Cleveland. The swing's getting better and better. Boyd is a fly ball pitcher, does not get a lot of ground balls to get double plays turned behind him. The 1-0. Fastball right at the knees, and that's a pitch you have to be able to attack early today, Andy.
Yeah, ideally you always hit the fastball. Get him out of that groove. Make him go to something else. But, you know, he's got a pretty good breaking ball. He's got a good changeup. It's kind of a balanced approach against Boyd.
The 1-1. Fastball misses in. Crowd groans. Good hitters count for Riley Green. Bright sunshine. The shadows, as we noticed in Game 1, same start time, a 1 o'clock start time, didn't become an issue until about 4 o'clock, so should not play into the game today. Breeze is blowing in from right field. The 2-1. Off the plate away. Good disciplined at bat for Riley Green. 3-1 with Andy Ibanez moved to the cleanout spot today against Boyd, waiting on deck. Andy Ibanez has been out there since before the national anthem. Taking swings. The 3-1 pitch way outside. Fastball away. How early are decisions made in the postseason when it comes to making pitching changes, especially with starting pitchers? Cade Smith was up in the 2nd inning of Tanner Bybee's start in Game 4 in Detroit. He didn't come in until his usual 5th inning. That's when he seems to be coming in every game. But that's how early decisions can be made. And you might see the same thing today. Matt Boyd continues to get outs. He can go to the middle innings of this game. You put more pressure on him early, that bullpen could be active early. Ibanez at the plate. The first pitch to Andy Ibanez. He swings, pops it up down the right field line. Will it be playable? Naylor coming over near the stands, and it hits the netting. Ooh, very close. Naylor was there and just enough to get into the netting and out of play.
There's a curveball up. It looked like Ibanez kind of had to make a late decision whether to attack it or not. Fortunately for the Tigers, that ball got out. Naylor wanted to play it off the net. Nope, can't do that.
2 on, 1 out, first inning. Tigers trying to get the jump. It's been the key in every series. There have been 22 runs scored in 4 games by these two teams combined. The strike 1. Ibanez takes up and away. The team that has scored first has won each game in this series. And you would expect really another tight, low-scoring game today. Tigers trying to get the early jump in Game 5 of the American League Division Series. Boyd works extreme third base side of the rubber. Ibanez waiting on the 1-1. On the way. Swing and a miss. Changeup up. Wasn't expecting it there. He was out ahead of it.
You got to watch out for that.
Yep. He doesn't want it out there, does he? Malloy takes his lead at second. Green at first. 1 out. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Slider down and in. Ibanez kicks at his bat with his right foot. Frustrated that he couldn't check his swing. The slider changeup combination got a lot of swing and miss. The fastball did too. He'll ride it up there at the top of the strike zone, especially. He's got that low release point. So now the Tigers will lean on Wenzel Perez. He's had a good series. A fly ball and a ground ball double off of Boyd in his first start. First pitch, swing and a miss, fastball away. No score, first inning. An early threat against Boyd. The Tigers had base runners in every inning against Boyd in his first start, but could not get the big hit with men on base. Trying to get one early today. The strike 1. Fastball paints the outside corner. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Boyd making big pitches early, and this capacity crowd of over 33,000 rises as one here at Progressive Field. Boyd checks Malloy at second base. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Matthew Boyd's got the adrenaline flowing. That was 95 at the belt. Perez strikes out, 3 strikeouts for Boyd in the first. The Tigers strand 2. Head of the bottom of the first inning in Cleveland. No score, Tigers and Guardians in Game 5 of the Division Series. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
This is John Palmerosi. On the new SiriusXM original podcast, The Road to Cooperstown, I sit down with Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera.
John, I used to go to bed crying because I couldn't communicate. That frustrated me so bad that I said, you know what, this cannot happen anymore. I have to learn the language.
The Road to Cooperstown airs Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89, and the all-new SiriusXM app. New episodes drop every Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts.
Tigers fans, A.J. Hinch joins MLB Network Radio every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
First inning today is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Buy, sell, finance, and save. Our first pitch today was brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Tigers put some pressure on Boyd, but he struck out 3 after hitting a batter and walking a batter. And now Cleveland Guardians get ready to face the 27-year-old. Born in Hayward, California, grew up in Kingman, Arizona, Tarek Skubal.
And you know he's going to come, and he's going to be throwing some heat today. You saw Boyd hit 95. Skubal might hit 105.
Yeah, if we're going to extrapolate out from Matthew Boyd's 95, that is definitely the upside for Tarek Skubal today. Stephen Kwan hitting 500 in this series, swings and hits a ground ball.
Kwan's got really good bat-to-ball skills. And when you can put the ball in play like he can, it always gives a chance to get a hit, but his bat pass brought a lot of line drives lately.
1-1 on the outside corner at 95. 13 innings at work and 2 starts for Tarek Skubal. All 3 of his starts now in the postseason have come on the road. 6 shutout innings in Houston. The 1-2 is swinging a ground ball foul behind first base coach Sandy Alomar down the first base line, and then 7 shutout innings here in Game 2. No runs on 3 hits, no walks, because Terry Skubal doesn't walk batters. 8 strikeouts. The 1-2 ground ball kicks off the mound, fouled by Sweeney, and no play at first. That hit Skubal, or did it hit the mound? It was hard to tell. He went down, but he says he's okay. And I think it just kicked off the mound. It'll be an infield single for Stephen Kwan.
Just an awkward play off the bat. The way it hit the mound, it kind of bounced up. Sweeney got around the ball, but he kind of went too far. It checked up on him, got him a short hop. That was just a strange play all around.
Yeah. I think it had funny spin coming off the mound. David Fry's had some big at-bats. First pitch fastball, check swing. Did he go? He absolutely did. I'm surprised they even appealed to first. Strike 1 on Fry. 3 for 11 in the same game. In Game 4, he hit a home run that gave his team the lead and also had a bunt that added to the lead. This is a tough out right here. The strike 1. Off the plate and in. Pulled the changeup. We know he can hit a fastball.
No
we
doubt
found
about
that out.
He hit 2 of the better fastballs in the big leagues between Will Best and Bo Brisky.
Middle of the infield in double play depth. Skubal knows how to get the ground ball. With men on base, the 1-1 swing and a mighty pop. Behind home plate, Rogers will just come back, get a better look at where it lands. Torkelson came over as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 3 strikeouts for Fry. He has hit a line drive, scorched it off of Vest. Fastball to third base with a couple of men on. That was the great play by Vierling, and then the home run the other day against Brisky. They pitched him tough, but he got a fastball over the plate, and at 98, hit it out for the 2-run home run that really decided the game in the 7th. Skubal, third base side, the 1-2, swing and a miss. He tied him up and in. In July, Skubal faced the Guardians. Only time he faced them this year is Jose Ramirez strides to the plate. And they really sat changeup. As AJ put it at the time, stayed disciplined to their approach to hit the changeup. They had 10 hits. Only time this year Terry Skubal gave up 10 hits. 9 of them were singles, a lot off the changeup. Fastball middle for a called strike. And then it really felt like in Game 2, Andy, that he attacked with fastballs early. Still threw plenty of changeups, but attacked early with fastballs.
Yeah, you got to work the changeup off the fastball if you're Skubal.
The strike one, swinging a fly ball, right field, shallow, over and in, racing. Perez will make the catch toward the line in shallow right field. Kwan has to hold at first. It is amazing how you feel with Ramirez at the plate every time you get him out. We say it a lot, but it's so true, Andy. When you get Jose Ramirez out, you feel better. I know Naylor's stepping to the plate, or usually steps to the plate. It's Thomas here, but they've done a very good job against Jose Ramirez. Hit a home run the other day, but they have. Lane Thomas in the cleanup spot today. Naylor's on deck. First pitch in the middle of the plate with a changeup, strike one.
You see how he's mixing his pitches. He went fastball against Ramirez. You know, Thomas is sitting over there watching that. Then first pitch to Thomas, he's probably thinking heater, dumps the changeup in.
No score, bottom of the first. The strike one, swing and a miss, tied him up and in. Coming into this game, because the way the Tigers have handled Ramirez and Naylor, the bats that you really worry about, Quan, Fry, Thomas, and Brian Rocchio in that number 9 spot, they've had the best series so far. The 0-2, swinging a ground ball softly to short. Sweeney will charge, field, and flip to Ibanez at second for the force on Quan. Nice job. The infield single, and then the Tigers 1-2-3. Strikeout, pop out, and a soft ground ball. We head to the second inning. No score in Cleveland in the deciding Game 5 of the division series. The Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business.
Cheers, baseball fans. What a playoffs we have had so far. Every single game has been absolutely awesome to listen to and to hang out with all of you here in the chat. Please take a second to exit out of that chat and hit that thumbs up button and share this link out. That is the best way to get more baseball fans here in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it, and let's bring some more people in here. Send this out to the social media boards. Send it out to your friends. Let's have some fun, and let's bring more people here to the chat to cheer for your team. Good luck to whatever team it is that you're cheering for. We'll see you guys back in the chat.
Values and our customers. Comerica Bank, 175 years strong. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Detroit baseball is back in the playoffs. And at Ford, we understand what it takes to achieve greatness. It takes consistency, confidence, and the agility to go the distance. And we're the truck that matches Detroit baseball energy. Because an all-star team needs an all-star truck. Finish your season off strong in a built Ford Tough F-150. Only from your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer.
Northville Lumber is Michigan's Trex decking leader in the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. NorthvilleLumber.com.
Second inning, Dan Dickerson, Daniela Bruce, Andy Dirks from Progressive Fielding, Cleveland. Jenny Hoynatsky and Stacy Knox are engineers today as we get ready to find out who is going to advance to the American League Championship Series. Everybody wondering today, Daniela, about the status of Kerry Carpenter. And while we didn't get the official word, we see him down on the bench wearing his number 30. So we know he's active for this game, but AJ Hinch kind of gave us some hints of that earlier today.
Yeah, he did, and I know there was a lot of concern surrounding that, and Kerry worked out yesterday. He hit in the cages, and it was a true game-time decision today. He had to go through his entire workout and see how he felt, but AJ said one of the best signs was Kerry Carpenter was on that first bus this morning with a big smile on his face, and if you know anything about Kerry, that's usually how he is.
Spencer Torkelson takes a curveball down and in.
But just a good sign that he was feeling pretty good. AJ did add that he's likely not at 100%, but looks like he's going to be available today if they do need him. We'll see if he actually gets in the game.
1-0, down and in again. 2 breaking balls to start the at-bat. Time for dollars on deck. If Parker Meadows gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's #1 Trex dealer. The 2-0 pitch. Stays off speed. Changeup gets the called strike.
So you want some late inning Kerry heroics possibly?
I think it could happen. I think it could happen.
If Kerry Carpenter was at 20% today, the 2-1 swing and a miss, fastball away. If he was at 10%,
you like him?
I think he'd be on that bench, just so that Stephen Vogt has to think about it.
That's right.
It's like the Kerry Carpenter decoy, even if we don't actually get to use him, right?
That's right. There are more than a few Kirk Gibson memes out there today.
I've already seen them. I've seen them coming out.
The wind-up, the 2-2, swing and a foul, but it's absolutely true. I mean, that is a great example of, all right, your hamstring hurts at your push-off leg, Andy, but you can still do something up there at the plate.
You definitely can. And when Justin Henry's spot comes up, he's going to think twice before throwing a right in there.
2-2, swing and a miss. Down and in, ball bounce, so Bo Naylor will throw it down to his brother Josh to complete the strikeout. So he's able to lay off the breaking ball off speed down and in. Early in the at-bat, he could not lay off on the 2-2. And Torkelson strikes out. That is 4 strikeouts for Boyd. Boyd had a lot of swing and miss in that first game. He had 15 swings and misses.
Looks like
4 2/3 innings.
It looks like Tigers are trying to be patient, taking pitches. I don't think he was swinging 0-0. I think he was taking all the way.
Meadows batting, slices one down the left field line. Stephen Kwan on the run. He's not going to get there. That's going to be extra bases for Parker Meadows. One hop to the wall, and Parker Meadows' helmet flying off. Cruises into second base. Attacked the first pitch. Drives it into the left field corner. Tigers have a man in scoring position with 1 out in the second.
No, we love that right there. That's a first pitch breaking ball, and instead of just watching it go by, he recognizes, he waits, he lets it get deep. Serves it over to left field for a double. And against Boyd, he's a guy you can be aggressive against. He's got a multitude of pitches, but that first pitch hanging breaking ball, there's no reason once you recognize not to attack it. Great job.
Brings up Jake Rogers. He's had a good series. First pitch from Boyd. Swing and a miss. Whoa. That changeup, he can throw it in any count. To righty, to a lefty, doesn't matter. 2 for 10 with 3 walks for Jake Rogers. That's some big hits, though. Meadows edges off second. Again, the base running a little bit different in this ballpark because the outfield's small. The strike one, high and tight. We've seen 94 and 95 from Boyd already here in the first 2 innings. Scoreless in the second, and already we see that guy, Cade Smith, getting loose.
Cade was down there yesterday getting loose.
In the Guardians bullpen, and that's what Game 5s are all about. Meadows takes off for third, pitch way in, no throw to third base. That's a great job. Nobody was holding him close, and Andy, he read it and took off with a huge lead.
Timed it up nice. Boyd not even paying attention back there, kind of had his head back, but as soon as he lifted that leg, Parker's gone. There's nothing they could do. They couldn't even throw it down.
Wow.
See, that's the aggressiveness in these type of games that you got to play with. Get after it.
Draws the infield in tight. Good hitters count for Rogers. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, he's getting something extra on this fastball. 94 again. Average fastball this year, 92. But we didn't see 94, 95 in Game 2. Rogers just trying to make contact. Boyd already with a ton of swing and miss and 4 strikeouts. He sets the 2-2 way inside. Rogers has drawn 3 walks in this series. They've really pitched him carefully. And again, he's just had a knack in the postseason for coming up with a big hit. And in this case, all they need is a deep enough fly ball. Boyd sets, holds a glove at the letters. The 3-2 pitch. A swing and a ground ball fouled on the third base line. They got another fastball. Again, this is a fly ball pitcher on the mound. More balls hit in the air than on the ground. Really an opportunity. Jake knows how to get the ball in the air.
Yeah, he does. You'd think they'd probably go back with that changeup at some point here. Went heater in, breaking ball in.
Yeah, you're feeling it right here, aren't you?
Changeup down and away is probably a logical choice.
Upright, relaxed stance for Jake Rogers. No score, second inning. Man at third, one out. The 3-2 is swinging a high pop-up. Shallow right field, not deep enough. Jokenzie Noel will come in, make the catch about 40 feet beyond the infield dirt. And just no chance for Parker Meadows. Just a pop-up, really, that the second baseman Jimenez could have easily caught. But he gave way to the guy with the big arm. 2 outs, man on third.
Jake tried, That was the 95. And when you know he's got a changeup the way he does, you have to let the fastball travel. It just got in on him and got under it a little too much. Put the ball in play, though, Didn't strike out. See if Sweeney can pick him up.
Sweeney faced Boyd twice in game 1. Fly ball to left. He struck out on a changeup in his next at-bat. Ramirez will stay in tight. Rest of the infield now can back up. Sweeney swings and taps it foul. A 2 for 20 postseason so far. 1 for 13 against the Guardians. But the point you made the other day, Andy, is the best point of all. It doesn't matter what you've done because one hit can make the difference in win or loss.
You got it. Who cares about the numbers? Just get the big hit.
Upright, relaxed stance, holds the bat upright, hands near the left shoulder. The strike one, middle of the plate, slider throws him. No balls, 2 strikes. And on their feet again. Been a lot of swing and miss in this bat so far in the postseason. See if Sweeney can make contact, drop one in somewhere. The 0-2, check swing, went too far, couldn't hold up on the slider away. 5 strikeouts for Boyd. He has stranded runners in scoring position in consecutive innings. This time, Meadows got to third with 1 out and did not score. We head to the bottom of the second inning in Cleveland. No score. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball presented by Meyer.
Nobody gets you ready for the NBA season like Sirius XM.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the Game 5, the Tigers and the Guardians of the ALDS. Who's moving on to the ALCS to face the Yankees? Please help our community grow and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game, as well as every single Toronto sports game. Thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Let's get there real soon. Thank you all. See you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Starts. Hear a different team's preview show.
We've got Kevin Durant sitting down with us.
Championship is always the goal.
NBA Radio season preview shows. Only on NBA Radio, Channel 86. And for any interviews or previews you missed, hear them on the SiriusXM app.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
Swung on and missed, strike 3 and a no-hitter.
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
And a high drive, deep right center.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio every night on SiriusXM Channel 89 and every morning on the SiriusXM app.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
Safety is in your hands. Dial 811 before any digging project. The injury report is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. And one of the reasons you knew that Kerry Carpenter was going to be active for this game, there was really no incentive to take him off the roster. If you put him on the injured list and try to replace him with somebody, and Bly Madris is with the team, you then lose him for the ALCS, so it made no sense.
Yeah.
See if it can heal miraculously if the Tigers move on. Hamstrings can be very tricky. But it did sound like, as Daniela reported, taking batting practice was a very good sign yesterday in the cage.
Yeah, no, that's what you want. And the biggest thing for Kerry is he's going to be a one-at-bat guy. Can he get to first base or not? That's really the question.
That's it.
That's it. If he hits a ball out into the outfield, can he get to first?
Josh Naylor's shot down the first baseline foul. Yeah, the sure double that he has to turn into a single because maybe he's not moving as well. We don't know, but that's it. All he has to do is get to first base.
You got it. And if he hits a ground ball, it might look a little laborsome down to first.
Strike one to Naylor. Paints the black 98 away. The feeling your team has, getting out of bed, walking to the ballpark, driving to the ballpark, whatever it might be, knowing that Tarek Skubal is on the mound. It's something. It's a powerful thing for this team. You rarely hear position players, the 0-2 to Naylor, in the dirt, down and away. That's a hard slider 1-2. Talk about a starting pitcher leading the way. But Terry Carpenter said it after he hit the 3-run home run off Class A in the game that Skubal started. He's our leader.
Yeah.
They are absolutely feeding off him. The 1-2 is swinging a soft ground ball to second. Ibanez charges, fields, and flips to Torkelson. 1 up, 1 down, second inning of a scoreless game. Whether it's getting a big double play ball with men, the on base, the emotion he showed coming off the mound, the gestures he made to the crowd. I mean, Andy, it can lift the defense, it can lift the bench, and lead to better at-bats. Even though they didn't score until the 9th inning, it can have a ripple effect through the entire roster.
I think he just got no fear. Which that's what trickles into the rest of the team. They're like, man, this guy doesn't care. He has no fear. He just goes at people.
First pitch changeup and a swing and miss by Jankenzie Noel. Strike one. Hitless in 9 at-bats. The strike one, swing and a miss. Changeup. I think he could tell Noel it is coming. And he could get him to swing. That's how good the changeup is. Cade Smith is still throwing in the Guardians bullpen. Chances are he's coming in the 3rd inning today. The 0-2, low and away, tripled up on the changeup. Bo Naylor is waiting on deck. Tigers have handled this part of the lineup. Noel, Naylor, Jimenez. The 1-2 is swinging a jam job foul over the screen, riding 98 at the hands. Keep a really close eye on the pitch count for Tarek Skubal as this game progresses. The 1-2, swing and a little soft tap foul. Every quick at bat he can have, important. In his first 2 starts, he worked 88 pitches to go 6 innings in Houston, 92 to go 7 in game 2 here. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball up and away. Second strikeout for Skubal.
How do you do? 98 up and away, no chance. Thing's coming in hot. Get a guy like Skubal on the bump, though. As a team, his confidence will sway you into being more confident. And even if you think maybe I'm not quite as good, postseason, he makes you think you're better.
Bo Naylor's soft ground ball past the mound to short, charging Sweeney to his right. Bounce the throw. Nice pickup by Torkelson, and that's a quick inning. A 1-2-3 second inning for Skubal. A ground ball, a strikeout, and another ground ball. We played 2 scoreless in Cleveland in the deciding Game 5 of the Division Series on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meijer.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with.
There's so many question marks.
I wish there was like a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, NMLS number 33, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. What if I told you there's a legal team whose winning record goes back over 50 years? What if this team had a roster of some of the best and brightest in their field? And what if I said that every time this team wins, you win too? I'm talking about Michigan's first family of law, Sam Bernstein Law. If you've been injured in an accident, calling Sam will be the best call you ever make. Get a winning team to fight for you. Get the Bernstein advantage. Call Sam.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
If Cade Smith is up and throwing in the bullpen in the second inning, you know he's coming in the third. This is what postseason baseball looks like in Game 5s or Game 7s that decide series. Cade Smith, Andy, has been incredible against the Tigers. 4 and 2/3 innings, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. But you do notice they've had better at-bats the more they see him.
No doubt. And you know he's got a great fastball. He'll roll the split finger out there, and then he'll throw the sweeper. But anytime you get this late into a season, they know this guy by now. And it's a matter of finding the pitch that you can hit against him and waiting for it.
Top of the order, Justin Henry Malloy. Fastball, swing, and a miss.
That's not the one. That fastball up out of the zone, just a little out of the zone.
It's electric.
That thing is so tough. It's 97. It's by you.
The strike one, swing and a foul out of play. The sweeper away. It's just a wicked repertoire of pitches for Cade Smith. Matt Bierling has faced him 3 times. He's waiting on deck. He struck out all 3 times. The 0-2, fastball up. That's a good take. Riley Green will follow Bierling. He has seen him 3 times. And again, the numbers show over the last several postseasons that is an advantage. 1-2, up and in. In the broad community of hitters who have seen a relief pitcher 3 times or more in a 5-game series, those numbers definitely start to climb the more often you see him. The 2-2, up and in. Did he hit him? Somehow, Justin Henry Malloy jumped out of the way. Thought it might have clipped his jersey. Went off the glove of Bo Naylor.
Worked it right back to full, though. That's objective against a guy like Cade Smith. Nice job laying off a couple high heaters by Jay Hen. Now it's like win a pitch. You just got to win 1 pitch. That's all you got to do. Whether it's a ball, whether you get a hit, just win 1 pitch. Foul it off.
Smith from the stretch, third base side, the 3-2, swinging a line drive on 1 hop to short, backhanded by Rocchio, outfield grass. He'll bounce the throw and get him by 2 steps. That's a fine play. No panic. Smooth, bounce the throw intentionally to Naylor at first. 1 up, 1 down in the third. Good swing.
Yeah, good swing. Hit it hard. He won that pitch. That's the problem with baseball. That's why, it's always pitcher friendly. Jay Hen hit it hard. But there's these guys out there with leather things on their hands that are pretty exceptional at this level.
Bo Naylor setting up away. First pitch slider off the plate away. Good accurate strike zone for Chad Fairchild. I'll tell you, the strike zone the other day for Todd Titchener was one of the best we've maybe ever seen. The 1-0, swinging a high fly ball, center field, not deep. Thomas will give way to Jhonkensy Noel, and he'll come in, make the catch. And I think we got a pretty good idea right there how much the breeze is knocking down. That's a routine fly ball, and that ball got knocked down. I think that got knocked down a good 30 feet.
I think you're right. I think the one Jake Rogers hit earlier in the game, because I was like, man, I thought he got more of it than, and Noel kept coming in and coming in.
Right, and Jimenez, I don't think, realized how
shallow
because he
didn't even go out. So it's definitely blowing in from right.
Green swings and misses, fastball up and away. Riley Green has struck out, hit a fly ball to left, and walked on 4 pitches against Cade Smith. Need a big hit from one of these lefties now with Smith on the mound. The strike 1, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Third inning today is brought to you by Birmingham Plumbing. Visit birminghamplumbing.com. Today's game brought to you in part by Meyer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers. No score in the third. The 0-2, the splitter, and that's a wicked offering from this righty Cade Smith in the dirt. Smith has come on in the 5th inning, 3 different games in the 6th inning in another. He's on in the 3rd inning today. Arguably the most valuable arm out of this bullpen right now. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Fastball up, and a 1-2-3 3rd inning. for the impressive rookie Cade Smith. We go to the bottom of the third inning in Cleveland in the deciding Game 5, and we are scoreless. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
The AFC East juggernaut Buffalo Bills take on a Jets team without former head coach Robert Saleh to close Week 6 of the NFL season. The line opened with the Bills as a 1-point favorite and a total of 47.5. Make sure you tune in to Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio, channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
The MLB postseason. Expect the unexpected.
Kike flips the bat and puts the Dodgers up. Tail unloads halfway up the pavilion. The Dodgers going to the National League Championship Series.
Hear expert analysis of the postseason now on MLB Network Radio. Sirius XM 89. And get the full schedule of postseason games at SiriusXM.com/MLB schedule.
Fantasy football players, from start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice. Win your fantasy football league with Fantasy Sports Radio. Channel 87 and on the Sirius X.
1-800-CALL-SAM. No score, bottom of the third inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. The Tigers trying to make it a 5-1 all-time record in division series. Beat the Yankees in 06. Beat the Yankees again in 2011. Beat the Oakland A's in consecutive years. Thanks to a guy on the mound by the name of Justin Verlander, two of the greatest performances you will see in the postseason, back-to-back seasons on the road in Oakland. Arguably the loudest crowds we've ever heard on the road in the postseason at the Coliseum. Justin Verlander turned in two incredible gems. Jimenez at the plate. First pitch fastball high and tight. The Tigers have their ace on the mound today. Tarek Skubal trying to deliver a Game 5 win. So 1-0 to Jimenez. 96, just took a little off the fastball. Perfect down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Veerling's in tight at third, right up to the edge of the cutout and off the line. Outfield plays his lefty to go the opposite way. Half cut on a sinker down and in. Did he go? Absolutely did. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8-9-1 hitters. Jimenez 1 for 14 with 6 punch-outs in this series. Had a tough year at the plate. He's a Gold Glove defender at second base. The offensive skills have dropped off rather sharply the last 2 years. The 1-2. Slider down and away. Jake Rogers had to be checked out after the game the other day. He took 2 fouls off the left arm by the left wrist. The x-rays were negative. The 2-2 swing and a slicing pop-up down the left field line. Veerling over, but that's going to hit the netting. Right beyond the photographer's dugout, or well, at the end of the dugout. Still 2-2 on Jimenez. Rocchio waiting on deck. He's been a surprising pain to these Tigers hitters, or pitchers this series. Skubal third base side, drops the hands, lifts the leg, big swing, swing and a miss. And that was the slider up, and when it's up there, it's kind of like a cutter to a lefty. Jimenez strikes out, the third strikeout for Skubal.
That's the one that looks like it's going to come down like a traditional curveball does. But when Skubal throws it, it's about 89 mile an hour. So about the time you see the spin on it, you're expecting it to start coming down and being a little softer, and then it just gets by you. Just late.
That brings up Ryan Broker, a line drive to left field that's going to drop for a base hit. The Tigers can't get this guy out.
It's unbelievable.
5 for 13 now for a guy who barely hit 200 this year, and he wasn't good from either side of the plate. And he reaches for the 7th time in the series with a hit. He also has 2 walks.
And he's hit some line drive outs, too. I mean, he's hit the ball hard about every time he's come up.
Yeah, no soft contact with Rocchio at the plate. So man on, a man out. Third inning, Stephen Kwan steps to the plate. First pitch to Kwan, check swing, and foul tip to the glove. Doesn't matter, it was in the strike zone anyway. Slider down and away. That was the changeup, strike one. Kwan 9 for 17, although they did call it an error. Did they change it? They did change it. They called it an error originally, and then they have gone up with a hit. I think that's the right call on the ball that kicked off the mound. Had some really funky spin for Sweeney at short. So 9 for 17 for Kwan. We'll flip over to first to drive Rocchio back. Strike one, perfect on the outside edge. Back-to-back changeups away. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's just a pitch you don't see as often either.
No,
left on left. And the location of that, right on the outside black, both of them. Boom, boom.
Feet close together, deep in that left-handed batter's box, right on top of the plate for Kwan. The 0-2 bounced the slider. That was a changeup at 92? I don't think we've seen him throw the changeup 92. It is his most effective pitch paired with an electric fastball, and it's 2 types of fastballs. 2-seam sinking fastball that he can throw up in the 4-seam. The 1-2. Low and away. Went to the slider that time at 91. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beerling backs up. He's off the line and deep, shaded toward the hole with Sweeney up the middle. And the outfield plays Kwan pretty shallow, playing to go the opposite way. No score, bottom of the 3rd inning. Rocchio edges off for first. The 2-2, swing and a foul, 99 away. You just can't get a swing and miss from Stephen Kwan.
Yeah, just when you think you should be able to get the fastball by him there after you went off speed away with the off speed away with the off speed. You throw 99, you'd think, yep, but nope, he fouls it off.
Bends at the waist toward the plate. The 2-2 again, swinging a fly ball, slicing down the left field line. Green tracking it toward the corner, and he dropped the ball. It's a fair ball. It's going to kick behind him now. Rocchio's going to get to third, and Kwan down to second. The first, literally, misplay that we have seen by Riley Green this entire season. He's running toward the line. Foul territory is disappearing where he makes the catch. And I think he peaked just as he tried to make the catch, and it went off his glove as he crossed the line.
Yeah, you know that wind today is blowing from right to left pretty severely, blowing in from right field, which is pushing that ball further and further to the line. Would have normally been an easy stand-up play. Riley tries to catch up with some ground. It's a little short corner over there, too, and Riley just, between those 2 things, got a little gator armed on it.
David Fry fouls it out of play. I think the wind is absolutely the huge factor right now.
That ball it sliced an extra 30 feet from where it should have probably. He had to run an extra about 15 feet to get to the spot.
Infield in tight. David Fry at the plate. Big early moment for Skubal. Swing and a tap foul. The change up down. No balls, 2 strikes. This is where the swing and miss comes into play big for Tarek Skubal. 8 strikeouts in his game 1 start. Most swings and misses came on the changeup. Fry has 3 strikeouts in his 11 at-bats. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Got him with a triple-digit fastball above the strike zone.
That's one way to pick a boy up out left. Just throw 100 right by him. And David Fry's hit fastballs all series. This one's up, no chance.
And no chance that Jose Ramirez is going to swing the bat.
No.
Intentional walk. That's the boos you hear in the background. That's 3 intentional walks here. 7 of the 14 intentional walks the Tigers have issued this season have been to 1 batter.
Yep, for good reason. Here it is, 2 outs, bases juiced.
Lane Thomas steps to the plate. Big production against lefties. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball at the belt.
Hey, Skubal looks calm out there. He's just throwing the pill.
Rocchio at third, Kwan at second, Ramirez at first. No score, 3rd inning, 2 outs. The strike one, swing and a pop-up. This should do it. Torkelson onto the infield grass, makes the catch. And what a job after an error by Riley Green, one of the best left fielders in the game. Tarek Skubal rises to the occasion and leaves the bases loaded. The pop-up ends the third. Head to the fourth inning in Cleveland, scoreless on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit Comerica.
What's up, baseball fans? How's the game going for your team? A lot of fun here in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please let us know in the chat where you're watching from. Let us know how far our reach is in this world. Where are you watching this game from here on Toronto Sports Insider? Thanks for hanging out with us. Now hit that like button, share it out to your friends, and let's get back to the baseball. Woo! Let's have some fun. What's up, baseball fans?
Years strong. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
I'm James Harrington of Feiger Law. As the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers, we congratulate the 2024 Tigers for their historic run to the playoffs. Our Tigers, with their will to win, have entered the postseason for an epic playoff run. We're proud of the grit, determination, and hard work it takes to return playoff baseball back to the city of Detroit. On behalf of our team at Feiger Law, we wish our Tigers continued success as they battle through the playoffs with the attitude, all we do is win.
Nothing beats an ice-cold Faygo except getting rewarded by Faygo. Visit Faygo Population to earn exclusive prizes. Faygo, the one true pop. Faygo is a proud sponsor of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Job.
Big time.
Tarek Skubal.
That's your guy doing what your guy needs to do for this team to win right there. Tough spot. You got 3, 4, 5 coming up. Second, third, one out. Punch out, weak pop up to the infield. Big time. Riley Green, I think, gave him the biggest hug of his lifetime, Daniela said.
Well, the moves begin. Colt Keith is going to pinch hit for Andy Ibanez. Colt Keith so far kind of a quiet postseason, but we talked about this the other day. The plate discipline has been impressive. So far, Keith has walked 6 times, struck out 6 times, but he's put together some good at-bats. Now see if he can drive one somewhere. First pitch. Splitter and down, swing and a miss. Facing Cade Smith in the second inning. You wonder if Stephen Vogt is going to ride Cade Smith for like 4 innings if he needs to today.
I think he'll try for sure.
Strike one. Away.
I mean, this has been one of their guys having an outstanding year. But he's going to play some matchups, I would imagine. Face some lefties. He's got a couple lefties down that bullpen for guys like Parker Meadows.
0-2 is swinging a foul straight back. No balls, 2 strikes. Perez, Torkelson to follow here in the 4th inning of a scoreless game. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The outfield plays Keith to go the opposite way. Smith works from the stretch over on the third base side. The 0-2 up and away with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's time for dollars on deck. If Wenzel Perez gets a hit this inning, he's having a good postseason. Northfield Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's #1 Trex dealer. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Fastball away.
Got to stay with the contact plan, Dan. We can't get into a rhythm where you're K'ing too much in these type of games. You want to put pressure on. You'll see, mistakes get made, nerves flare up. But if we can stay away from too many punchies, because Cade Smith will K you, but bat to ball, bat to ball.
That's what you really have to be thinking right now, don't you? Perez takes a pitch up and away. That's 7 strikeouts, first 13 batters.
Yep. So we got to get off of that and start getting bat to ball, put some pressure on. Be aggressive early in the count. You get to 2 strikes, your likelihood of striking out goes up. Last I checked.
Perez swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a lot of swing and miss. Not necessarily a ton of chase. The 1-1, swing and a miss. I mean, this is incredible.
You got to get the head to the hand connection realigned. Sometimes the head gets a little excited. The hands, he doesn't know where the hands are. Got to reconnect everything. Take it easy, shorten up, ball in play.
1-2 popped up, fouling out of play, and let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio.
You're listening to the American League Division Series on Sirius XM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89.
The 1-2, swing and a miss. Wow. They're just not seeing this fastball. I mean, that's Renzo Perez who can hit a fastball, a flat-footed flail at a fastball 97, middle of the plate.
That's just going back to, hey, let's not get overexcited. You know, you talked about AJ earlier in the game. Your big guy just goes out there and does something incredible. Now the offense is so ramped up that they're trying to do something spectacular. No, just get back to playing baseball. Quality at bat. That's it.
And Spencer Torkelson immediately checks swing on a slider away, strike 1.
You can't try to hit a 800-foot home run. Not against this. You're going to just chill out, go back to that even kill, relax. Just look to take the ball to right field, Torque. Look to hit the ball back up the box. Get a base hit.
The at-bats look a little bit jumpy right now. The strike 1. Down and away. When you see that check swing on a first pitch slider away.
He's hunting heater, and he wants to hit it out to left field. He wants to hit it over that Guardians Progressive Field light stanchion.
We saw him with a single at home off that slider away. That's when his approach is the right approach, swing and a miss at a fastball up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is the Cade Smith we have seen almost this entire series. He has 12 strikeouts now in 6 innings of work. The 1-2, swing and a foul out of play. Fouled 97 off, down and away. Every Tigers triple this season. Powell Miller gives $300 to select charities, the middle law firm, lawyers who support the community. And this is not a triples ballpark. It's been a home run ballpark this year. The 1-2, a swing and a foul to the screen. Much more favorable for left-handed batters. Again, we talked about the need to prevent home runs to win in the postseason. Both of these teams have prevented the home run in the postseason. Tigers have hit 2, the Guardians 3. The 1-2 in the dirt. But there's going to be a big blow today. And chances are a big blow might be the deciding hit in this game. It will likely be to right field. Torkelson waiting on a 2-2. Cade Smith in his second inning of work. Scoreless game in the 4th. The 2-2. Sweeper away. So that's good. After check swing on a sweeper away, now he lays off the sweeper well off the plate, and he'll see at least 8 pitches in this trip to the plate.
And don't get greedy. Same approach. Just like you've done the last few. Try to work it back up the middle away.
3-2. Swing and a foul. Fastball away.
Because he's still liable to bust something else out. If you can hit that fastball away, just take the base hit to right, move the line.
Splitter's his big weapon. 3-2, swinging a fly ball deep left center field. This one off the wall in left field, fielded on 1 hop by Lane Thomas, and Spencer Torkelson will cruise into second base. Halfway up the 19-foot wall in left center, a 2-out double here in the 4th. What an at-bat after falling behind 1-2.
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed right there. After battling back, Torque, you could see him kind of calm down. He took that check swing, then he started working the count once he got down to 2 strikes. Him fouling off that 3-2 pitch the pitch before tells me, okay, he's not just trying to pull the ball out to left field. He's trying to use the big part of the field. Then he gets the center cut fastball, and that knocks Cade Smith out of the game. Huge win for the Tigers.
Cade Smith out, lefty coming on to face Parker Meadows, who will never be lifted for a pinch hitter. While the Tigers wait for the change, Scoreless game. They're putting pressure on Cleveland pitching. And at second, 2 outs in the fourth. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota truck. Now through November 4th, get 1.9 APR financing or $2,000 customer cash on a new 24 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a Tacoma SR Double Cab for $319 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Nobody builds better trucks than Toyota. Let's go places.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Exciting times in Detroit. We're thrilled to be the official partner of the Detroit Tigers as they make their triumphant return to the ALDS. This home team is hungry for more. Their gritty spirit embodies the heart of our city. So let's unite, show our pride for Detroit, and cheer on the Tigers. After all, this is home. Visit Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, with 7 local locations to serve you.
Young man who has not given up a run in his brief time in the major league, covering 14 innings. Eric Sabrowski, one of the 2 lefties in the bullpen for Cleveland, takes over on the mound. He'll be facing Parker Meadows. Torkelson, big double off the wall in left center off Cade Smith. Tigers have that potential go-ahead run at second base. Left on left in this matchup. Meadows doubled off Matthew Boyd. First pitch, curveball down, ball 1.
That's the pitch that we were impressed with from when we've seen him, that big 12-6 hammer time curveball. He's got a pretty good heater to go with it, but you see right there, Parker knows he has it now. So he sees where that curveball starts. He knows if it starts about belt high, let it go. It's going to be low.
The 1-0. Down again. Slider off the curveball, 2-0. Sabrowski pitched an inning in the third in the Tigers' 3-0 win in Detroit. Did walk a batter, struck out 2. The 2-0 pitch, swinging a ground ball foul. Cut down the first base line. He followed the starter Alex Cobb in that game. Meadows faced him and hit a fly ball to left field. Doubled his first time up. Torkelson the runner at second. We're scoreless in the fourth. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. That's a good swing, though. Let the slider travel, tried to punch it to left.
Yeah, it's going to be a similar approach here. He hasn't seen a fastball yet. Got to be a little leery of that potentially, but definitely let the ball travel. Don't get out in front of that big 12-6 curveball or that slider away. Give yourself a chance.
Sabrowski works over on the third base side of the rubber. 2-2 up and in. Stood him up with the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And that means if you're Meadows, you're thinking he's going to go away.
Away with the breaking ball. Like that's what you're thinking. He hasn't shown the ability to spot the fastball. He can be a little wild with that.
Sabrowski sets the 3-2. Swing and a foul. He did get the slider away. Meadows ready. He'll see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. Torkelson doubled on the 9th pitch that he saw from Cade Smith. Best at bat we've seen from Torkelson in the postseason, given who he was facing. Another 3-2 on the way. Down and away. Great at bat for Parker Meadows.
How good is that guy getting against lefties? Got the base, got the double against Boyd, his first at bat. Then here he works the count, gets down 2 strikes, works it all the way back to full, takes a tough slider away for ball 4. Give old Jake Rogers another chance here.
Righties had the edge against Sabrowski in the minor leagues. First pitch up and in. He just doesn't have much of a track record other than some pretty impressive, 14 innings of work at the major league level. This is his rookie season. Solid numbers in the minor leagues. Going to make an inside move, turn and look at second base. Jimenez, the second baseman, keeping an eye on Torkelson. Breeze blowing in from right is really playing into this game. Anything in the air to right is getting knocked down. You're going to hit a home run to right, as I was talking about earlier. You're going to have to cut it through the wind. The 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. By first base. Naylor never saw it, and fortunately I think the wind is going to carry that into the seats. 1-1 on Jake Rogers. Hit a fly ball to right his first time up. We were talking about it during one of the breaks. That fly ball, remember Lane Thomas came over to right center, and he didn't even realize that ball was about 50 feet in front of him.
Yeah, no, it was definitely knocked down by the wind, and that gave no chance for Parker Meadows to even attempt to tag from third base.
Tigers looking for a big 2-out hit. 2 on, 2 outs. The 1-1. Down and in. Good take.
See, they know he's got a curveball, and this is where you start seeing different relievers. You say, hey, he's got the big 12-6 hammer. If that thing starts belt high, don't go after it. It's going to be low. Saw Parker's take it, and Jake took it.
Jimenez ducking in behind Torkelson. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He did not read fastball out of hand, and by the time he decided to swing, he was late on 92. Crowd gets on its feet every time a Guardians pitcher has a 2-strike count. The 2-2 pitch to Rogers, swing and a high pop-up, again slicing and again safely into the seats, first base side off the bat of Jake Rogers. Tigers had 2 on in the first inning, did not score. Boyd struck out Ibanez and Perez. Meadows doubled with 1 out in the second inning, got to third with a stolen base with 1 out. Rogers soft fly ball, Sweeney struck out. Now runners at first and second, a 2-out threat. Sobrowski just into the game. Lefty sets, holds a glove at the belt. Again the 2-2, swinging a ground ball to short. Rocchio to his right, knee-high bounce will plant and throw. Accurate, strong to Naylor at first. Rogers grounds out. Tigers continue to threaten, but they have not been able to get that big hit with men on. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning in the deciding Game 5 of the Division Series, and we're scoreless. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
Take your love of 80s music to the max.
For sure. Like totally.
With new wave and 80s alternative on First Wave, Channel 33. Feel the noise of spandex, big hair, and big rips on Hair Nation Channel 39.
Come on!
What a division series we have had so far, and it continues on. Please take a second to check that link that is pinned in the chat. Go check out our campaign page. We're running a campaign for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto as part of their Create 100K donation drive. We have opened it up for the MLB playoffs and NHL opening night. Thank you so much for clicking that link. A portion of our proceeds goes donated every single month to Sick Kids Hospital. So just by being here, you're making a difference in our community. Please take a second. If you see an ad that catches your interest, please click it and support the advertisers here on YouTube. As well, you can support our channel with sending in super chats or by sharing this link out. That's the number one. The more you guys can get this Sick Kids campaign link out, the better. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's make a big difference and raise a bunch of money for our community. Let's get back to the baseball. Good luck to your team.
Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo for desktop and mobile today at DuckDuckGo.com and get a browser that actually protects your personal information.
Hi, this is Alexa. Did you know you can listen to this game on devices with Amazon Alexa? Download the SiriusXM app, then tell me to play the Tigers on SiriusXM.
Here in Detroit.
Man on base. Goal. Stephen Kwan, a rare error by Riley Green, put runners at second and third. One out in a scoreless game. Skubal struck out Fry. Intensely walked Ramirez, got Thomas on a pop-up to first. Tigers have been putting pressure on Cleveland pitchers in 3 of the 4 innings. So far, they have made the big pitches, but Andy, continue to put pressure on. You feel at some point these at-bats are going to lead to some runs.
Just keep filling the bubble up, and eventually it'll pop. And, the quality at bats, it's been a little too suspect. There's been a few we struck out a little too much. Then, hey, last half of last inning, things got a little better. Guys battled up, did a good job. Just got to continue that way offensively.
Josh Naylor 4 for 17 in the series with just 1 double, swinging a little pop-up foul over the netting, third base side, strike 1. 5, 6, 7 hitters. Naylor, Noel, and then the other Naylor, Bo, the younger brother of Josh. Big guy spreads out, kind of leans back, and then bends toward the plate as the pitch comes in. Fastball 97 on the black away. No balls and 2 strikes. I like the strike zone of Chad Fairchild. We were talking about the strike zone of Todd Titchener. The 0-2 down and away, didn't miss by much. Jake Rogers got a lot of called strikes at the bottom rail and just below the strike zone in Skubal's first start of the series. The 1-2, swinging a fly ball, shallow right center. Perez coming in some more. Man, the wind is knocking the ball down. I changed my prediction. I said if there's going to be a home run, it's probably going to be to right because this is more of a home run friendly ballpark for lefties. I've got to correct that because that wind, Andy, is killing fly balls to center and to right.
Yeah, it's that cool fall wind too, It's like early season. Any wind when it's cold feels like it deadens it even more.
Noel at the plate. First pitch, changeup, swing and a miss. 0 for 10 with 5 punch-outs for Jhonkensy Noel. He has been vexed by that changeup from Derek Skubal. He needs a moment. Most hitters call time with 2 strikes. He calls it with 1, the strike 1. Fastball 98, up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You got to pick your poison, If a guy's throwing 98, you can't set on both the heater and the changeup. You got to pick one.
The 1-1. Down and in. Changeup pulled down and in. Clouds blocking the sun. It was bright sunshine to begin the game. The 2-1. Fastball. Right on the inside corner. Didn't get the call. Right where Chad Fairchild was set up. The 3-1. Got it on the outside.
How good is this guy? This 3-1, he works so fast. It's like, boom, there it was. Backdoor perfect slider.
The wind up, the 3-2, swinging a shot foul. Changeup. Caught a lot of the plate, but Noel way out ahead of it. Does he have him set up for another fastball up?
This is where you go change up down, he'd probably swing and miss, but do you risk throwing him a ball is the question. He'll probably go right at him in the zone somewhere.
3-2, swing and a soft little pop-up into shallow center field. Keith waving his arms, makes the catch in shallow center, right behind second base. And he did go right after him, 98, up and in.
Yeah, didn't try to get cute because he wanted to throw a strike. The problem is if you throw a strike with the changeup in the zone, he's got a chance to get a knock. Instead, just saw him off. That's what he did.
That brings up Bo Naylor, another lefty. Fastball high and tight. He struggles against lefties. Really had a tough year at the plate. Big improvements defensively was a big deal for Cleveland. The 1-0 pitch from Skubal. Swing and a miss. 96 to 99, and so far 1 triple-digit fastball from Skubal. He's going to need a moment. Tie his shoe. Crowd doesn't like it.
I mean, him tying his shoes about as long as most guys take in between normal pitches. Skubal's just, like, he's going so fast, I'm like looking at the field, and then by the time I look to the monitor, it's already done.
Drops the hands into his motion, the 1-1. Swing and a pop-up down the left field line. Playable, Green in, still coming, and he will make the catch and then head right into that Tigers dugout. Caught it fair by a couple of feet. A 1-2-3 4th inning for Skubal. We head to the 5th inning in the deciding Game 5 of the Division Series in Cleveland. The winner goes on to New York, and we are scoreless after 4 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meijer.
You don't like to brag, but you're a pretty impressive person. You're detail-oriented, have a great work ethic, and you're a great communicator. Stop being so modest. Use all your amazing qualities to start a career at UWM. You'll get paid training, growth opportunities, and enjoy our inclusive workplace culture. Of course you don't want to take credit for your awesomeness. That's so you. Apply at uwmjobs.com today. Opportunity lives here.
The McLaren Proton Therapy Center at the Karmanos Cancer Institute offers the most powerful and precise radiation oncology treatment available. Using the latest generation technology, we're able to deliver high doses of radiation to the exact size and shape of your tumor while avoiding surrounding healthy tissue and organs. That means we can eliminate cancer with an unmatched precision, resulting in fewer side effects and improved outcomes for patients. To learn more, visit mclaren.org/proton therapy.
Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are changing the game with their impressive family of SUVs, like the attention-getting Chevy Blazer. Blazer is the mid-size SUV you've been looking for. Its bold design and athletic stance will turn heads wherever you go, and its roomy interior offers seating for up to 5 passengers with plenty of space for cargo. Chevy Blazer. It's the SUV that has it all. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Nothing beats an ice-cold Faygo except getting rewarded by Faygo.
Cheers, baseball fans. What a playoffs we have had so far. Every single game has been absolutely awesome to listen to and to hang out with all of you here in the chat. Please take a second to exit out of that chat and hit that thumbs up button and share this link out. That is the best way to get more baseball fans here in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And let's bring some more people in here. Send this out to the social media boards. Send it out to your friends. Let's have some fun and let's bring more people here to the chat to cheer for your team. Good luck to whatever team it is that you're cheering for. We'll see you guys back in the chat.
Limited innings, but here's a guy, Andy, 8 2/3. He's given up 1 hit to start his major league career. 5 walks and 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, but it's not like he's striking the world out. So, he, bat the ball. Some of those ones that didn't end up being a hit, probably some decent plays by the defense too. Statistically, things are prime, Dan, is what I'm saying. Statistically, if a guy doesn't have striking out a lot of guys and he's getting lots of outs, I learned that from you.
A very low batting average on balls in play. Usually corrects. Sweeney at the plate, and look who's on deck. Fastball up and away.
Is that Kirk Gibson? Oh.
He's been taking swing for the last several innings, and he just came out of the dugout to enormous cheers. No, wait a minute. That was Gibson in '88. Fastball misses down and in. 2-0 on Sweeney. Kerry Carpenter has grabbed a bat. It's just a matter of how bad is the hamstring. The 2-0. Up and in. Walters, as we said, has walked 5 in his brief time in the major leagues in 8 2/3. 1 inning in this series. He worked a 1-2-3 in the Tigers' 3-0 win in Detroit. Tigers take a leadoff walk here. The 3-0. Fastball got the call on the black away. Properly called by Chad Fairchild. Ramirez 1 step behind the bag at third and off the line. Now he's going to back up a little bit. The 3-1 down and in, missed badly with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Leadoff man on, and here comes Carpenter.
Yeah, you want to talk about a perfect position to be able to put Carpenter in. The key is don't blow it out to first, Kerry. He's in there to hit, right? Like the instinct.
If you hit a ball up the gap,
it just go to first. I'm sure he's been talked to quite extensively. Job is to just put a good at bat on him.
First pitch from Walters. Fastball way above the strike zone.
I'm gonna take Bo Naylor out there and say, hey,
he's missed big.
Calm down here, my man. He's like, it doesn't feel like Akron right now. This feels a little different than Akron. I don't know why.
Josh Naylor will join his brother Bo, the catcher, at the mound in his 1-2-3 inning in Detroit. Walters faced Meadows, who he will not face today. He did not face Kerry Carpenter. He faced Jay Shung, got him to pop up, and he faced Vierling. Vierling is waiting on deck.
I mean, he's a two-trick pony. He's got a fastball and a slider is all you really have to worry about with him. And the first things first, get a strike.
One of Andy Dirks' stock righties.
Stock righty. It's like a 350 Chevy, Dan. They're all over the place.
Time called, and it's a... Thought maybe they were saying pitch clock violation, but no, they were just saying time called, indicating 1. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. Carpenter 4 for 16 in the postseason with one memorable home run. Flip over to first to drive Sweeney back. In this series, 3 for 10 with that home run off Class A, one of the most memorable big home runs in the postseason we've ever seen. Delivered the Game 2 win with Skubal on the mound. This crowd has gotten quiet. The 1-0 way up and away. Oh, boy.
Bo, you better call a slider. He better call a slider here, Dan. He cannot find that fastball. He cannot find that heater. This is a hitter, though, is a little confusing as well because you're kind of like, okay, do I stay aggressive? If there's one thing I know about Carpenter, he usually errs on the side of aggression, which I like. It's kind of his mindset.
Gets all that weight back on the left leg. The 2-0 pitch, down and in. Wow. Walters isn't just throwing balls. He's missing by feet.
Is there somebody up? Oh, yeah, they got a lefty going up in the bullpen. Guardians do.
Aaron is up and throwing the only other lefty in the bullpen. 3-0 on Carpenter. The problem for the Guardians is Walters has to face at least one more batter. Carpenter waiting. The 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, like you said, he's always ready.
Default aggressive. 3-0, let it go.
He took a rip at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball middle of the plate. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. Rocchio right up the middle. The 3-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to the gap deep in right center field. This one's way back in right center, and that one's off the base of the wall on one hop. Sweeney is going to be waved around third. The relay from Jimenez to the plate. Not in time. Head first slide gets Sweeney in. Tigers take a 1-0 lead in the 5th. Kerry Carpenter comes off the bench and delivers. Man, oh man.
About as clutch as you can get. Gets the 3-0 heater. Swings through that one. 3-1. He gets the heater in the same spot down the middle. And Kerry absolutely demolishes this ball to right field. The wind is howling in. It cuts through the wind. And he ends up with a single. But it scored the runner from first, so who cares?
He followed your advice. Stay at first, Kerry.
Stay at first. Now just get to second. Now just get to second.
Incredible. Incredible.
And that's why he's in there. That's why he's in there, because he can absolutely hit. How about Sweeney with the just coming in hot at home?
Head first slide, and if he goes feet first, it might not work out. Because you talk about all the time that foot bounces over the plate, and Bo Naylor was right there sweeping to his left as he caught the throw. It was a great catch on a ball that short hopped it. Wow. The 1-1 off the plate and in. All those Kirk Gibson memes that we saw earlier today just channeled all the good energy.
I mean, if that ball was about 8 feet higher, he would have been just
unbelievable. 1-0 Tigers in the 5th, and man, did this place get quiet. Vierling swings and misses at a fastball down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1-0 Tigers in the 5th inning. 5th inning is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. Constructing the future, brought to you by the D Las Vegas. You can book your stay now at thed.com, and your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas. Was there any doubt that Kerry Carpenter was going to play in this game today?
Well, I had mine. Apparently you didn't. You know better than I do, though. I've learned to trust you, Dan.
Vierling waiting on a 2-2. On the way. Fastball low. Another big miss from the rookie right-hander.
Stephen Vogt wants to go get him so bad. It's hurting him.
Carpenter with about a half-step lead off the bag at first. The 3-2, swing and a miss. He got him with the fastball up that would have been ball 4. And that will be the end of the day for the rookie, Andrew Walters. He walked a batter, and then Kerry Carpenter came off the bench, and against a vicious wind blowing in from center field, cut through the wind, one-hop the wall. That ball's out on a normal day.
I think you're right. If not, it's banging hard against the wall because he had to crush that ball to get it to where it got to.
The Tigers have taken the lead on the Carpenter pinch hit double. And while the Guardians go to their bullpen in the 5th inning, Tigers now leading 1-0. Pause to these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. What if I told you there's a legal team whose winning record goes back over 50 years? What if this team had a roster of some of the best and brightest in their field? And what if I said that every time this team wins, you win too? I'm talking about Michigan's first family of law, Sam Bernstein Law. If you've been injured in an accident, calling Sam would be the best call you ever make. Get a winning team to fight for you. Get the Bernstein advantage. Call Sam.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
When it comes to getting behind a winning team, look no further than your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Whether you're north, south, east, or west, there's a Metro Detroit Chevy dealer in your neighborhood supporting their communities. From their quarterly donation drives to supporting youth sports, they're showing their gratitude while helping to make a difference. And that's why your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are the team that's changing the game. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Hey, baseball fans, Mike Valena here. On your next trip to Vegas, you got to go to the D Las Vegas. You're going to feel right at home because the D, it's all about you. It's all about Detroit. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better. The party's bigger. And the D has got things you won't find here, like a world-class sports book, the Long Bar. It's simply the best place to settle in and watch a game. Have a great dinner at Joe Vaccari's Andiamo Italian Steakhouse. And if you're looking for the best bang for your buck, leave the Strip behind and hit the D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Kerry Carpenter was going to be available today.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he would be, but again, there was just no motivation to put him on the injured list. And always makes Stephen Vogt think that he might be available. Well, he was available. And he delivered an incredible pinch hit double to give the Tigers the lead. I'm sorry, single. Riley Green batting, swing and a miss. We just watched the high home view of him basically walking to first base.
Yeah, no, and then you got a hammy that's messed up. I mean, it's amazing he can swing the way he did, but definitely don't make it any worse, Kerry. Station to station.
Green takes fastball strike from the new pitcher, Tim Herron. Herron has battled some command issues in this series. He's worked 2 2/3. He has not given up a run, but 2 hits and 3 walks in his 2 2/3 innings. The 0-2 is swinging a ground ball up the middle, charging him in as he'll field flip the second one. Rookie over to Naylor at first. 4-6-3, inning-ending double play. Tigers take the lead on the Carpenter single to the wall in center field, scoring Sweeney from first. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning in the deciding Game 5 of the Division Series. The Tigers have a 1-0 lead. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Every fantasy football champion makes one defining move.
You are just a season-long fantasy football player. Don't overvalue wide receiver, cornerback. Seriously.
Fantasy Sports Radio.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the Game 5, the Tigers and the Guardians of the ALDS. Who's moving on to the ALCS to face the Yankees? Please help our community grow and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game, as well as every single Toronto sports game. Thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Let's get there real soon. Thank you all. See you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Our experts get you ready for game day every day on SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
Josh Gibson was the greatest baseball player of all time.
Hear all new episodes of the award-winning SiriusXM original podcast, Black Diamonds.
If there was a 5-tool catcher, it would be Josh Gibson.
Stories of baseball's all-time greats.
Josh Gibson played the game like he was in a video game. But this was no video game. This was very real.
Negro Leagues Baseball Museum President Bob Kendrick hosts Black Diamonds. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
In season or out of season, the #1 place for college sports is SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Pizza portal pickup has given the Tigers the lead with a pinch hit. I keep wanting to call it a double, a shot up the gap, but again, he can't jog, much less run, so he stopped at first base. An incredible at bat when the Tigers needed it most. An aggressive send by Joey Cora. There's really no other type of send when it comes to Joey Cora.
He's going.
And Sweeney with a head-first slide. That's the key there. If you go in feet first, so often we see it, Andy, that foot trying to get onto the plate bounces and it goes up over the plate.
Yeah.
And he knew that Naylor was going to try to drop the knee, and he just beat the throw. Jimenez at the plate, first pitch.
Yeah.
Inside corner, a slider, front door slider for a called strike one. 1-0 Tigers. Bottom of the 5th inning, the strike one, swinging a ground ball fair down the third base line past a diving Vierling. Green up with the ball, and Jimenez, base stealing threat, as a leadoff single here in the 5th inning, just his second hit in 5 games.
Yes, good one. Just hit her away, just kind of reached the bat out, pokes it, little ground ball in between Matt Vierling and third base. Tells you how close to the line it was. Good job by Riley getting over, leaving it to a single.
Tigers' outfield positioning, the offside fielder has been so impressive this year. Saved a lot of 90 feet. Rocchio at the plate, swing and a miss on a fastball up. All right, how do you get this guy out, Andy?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, he ambushed his heater last time, so Tarek said, this time I'm going to throw it up where you can't hit it if you do ambush it.
A little better as a right-handed batter when it comes to power. Off the plate inside of the changeup misses. 5 for 13 plus 2 walks for a guy who hit .201 in the regular season with a little bit of power. He's hit 13 home runs. Again, mostly from the right side. That's where the power is. The 1-1 swinging a pop foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rocchio. Got pretty solid bat-to-ball skills, but the strikeouts have really climbed for a guy who's not a big power hitter. The strikeouts, 120 strikeouts this year. He didn't even have 400 trips to the plate. Waiting on a 1-2 from Skubal. 1-0 Tigers in the 5th. The pitch, swing and a miss. Did he get a piece of it? Oh, he did. Just got a piece. Change up down.
It's a good pitch. He got just a tick of a wood grain on it. He barely touched that one. Just enough to divert it off path. Inch to the right. It's not as good of a pitch. He's threading the needle.
Strike one. Quan shows bunt. Pulls the bat back. Fastball, bottom rail. Didn't get the call. 99. A perfect pitch. Ball 1. Cloudy, cool day in downtown Cleveland with the wind blowing in, although the wind has died off just a little bit. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive, base hit in the left. Another hit for Kwong. Over to field it on a couple of skips. Green gets it into Sweeney. Jimenez has to stop at second. What an incredible series for Stephen Kwong. Wow.
He hits it to right, he hits it to left. Gets a fastball kind of out over the middle of the plate. Just sucks his hands in, doesn't try to do too much. Here's your double play candidate right here, Dan.
Yep. David Fry steps to the plate. First pitch, down and in, changeup. He lays off ball one. He has struck out twice against Skubal. Crowd coming to life, getting on their feet here at Progressive Field. 1-0 Tigers in the bottom of the 5th inning. Keith keeping an eye on Jimenez, who runs extremely well. Outfield pretty deep on Fry, the 1-0. Stays with a changeup and gets the called strike outer half. Pitch count approaching 70 for Skubal. Pitch counts brought to you every game by the Miller Law Firm, lawyers who support the community. This will be the 70th pitch for Skubal, the 1-1. Swing and a little soft tap foul. Pounded him in. It's sinkers and four-seamers used about equally. The changeup mixed in with the occasional slider, but it's those three pitches, 2 and 4-seam with the changeup. That has been the repertoire the last 2 times he has faced the Guardians. Skubal sets, holds a glove at the belt. The 1-2 is swinging a foul over the screen to our left. We're perched above home plate, just to the first base side in this terrific ballpark. Very intimate field. They've changed some of the seating and taken out some seats. In left field and in right in the upper deck, capacity is now just under 35,000. It gets loud. Tarek Skubal throws the ball out. Anything that he does that the fans can boo, they will boo.
Oh, they booed him when he was walking out to get warmed up for the game at like noon.
Fry waiting on another 1-2 on the way. Swinging a little number off the end of the bat. This is trouble. Keith will charge field. No play. Unbelievable. Completely fooled on a changeup. He hit it off the end of the bat, and nobody was there to make a play.
Yeah, just everybody shifted in different spots, and you saw by the time Torkelson thought he could go get it, he said, I don't have a play to get him out at first. Colt Keith didn't have a play. Skubal didn't have a play. He just hit it in the perfect spot.
A little hesitation by Torkelson cost him. I think Torkelson was in a position to make a play.
He would have been maybe the closest. But now we got more dramatics here all of a sudden.
No place to put Jose Ramirez. And he's batting when the bases loaded. This was the situation A.J. Hinch wanted to avoid. Having this guy come up with men on base. Tigers done a good job avoiding it so far. Now they got a pitch to him. First pitch, swing and a long slicing foul down the right field line. Not quite home run distance. Man, the ball off the bat of Fry. Torkelson's been pretty aggressive on that ball to his right.
Yeah. Just went away from it.
A little hesitation.
It was no man's land. You know, now you just got to go out Ramirez right here. Got up on him. Now you can go with change up down. He can work him a little bit.
Fastball up and in, hit him. No. Yes, it did. I thought maybe it hit the bat. He went in with a fastball and hit Jose Ramirez with 100. And we've got a 1-1 game. Jimenez scores and Jose Ramirez is in pain.
Yeah, not what anybody wanted to happen there. Just lost the fastball, trying to go in.
Trying to get the feeling back in the left hand as the trainer comes out. He says, I'm all right. Tarek Skubal wants to catch his eye, touches his chest, said, hey, my bad. Ramirez doesn't acknowledge. Trots down to first. Gets an RBI the hard way. And now more work to be done.
Yeah, Federal go to the mound. Calm everybody's down. Everybody's emotions are up. Chill out. We got a 1-1 ball game here. Got to work out of this jam now. What's the next best thing we can do? That's all you can think.
Lane Thomas is in the cleanup spot today. Josh Naylor, the lefty, is waiting on deck. Thomas has been a lefty killer this year. He's hit over 300, really solid power numbers, knows how to draw a walk and working at bat, especially when he's facing a lefty. Not a great double play candidate. Hits a lot of balls in the air. Bases loaded in the 1-1 game. First pitch, swinging a high fly ball, left center, deep. That one's trouble. Gone! Unbelievable. Lane Thomas, a grand slam. 5-1 Cleveland in the fifth.
Yeah, just an unfortunate series of circumstances and events. That's baseball. I mean, this game has been back and forth, drama-filled. This whole series, these guys getting after it. Now, here's one thing you got to remember, though. There's still a lot of game to play. You have to do damage control now. It's only the fifth inning.
Strike one.
Scuba went right at him, just missed a spot, ended up being over the middle of the plate. Not where he wanted it, obviously. Things kind of spiraled out of control for a half second after it hit Ramirez, it looked like. Right back at him. Here you go.
Naylor taps it in front of home plate, third base side. Rogers will field and flip down to first for the second out here in the fifth inning, game one. Lane Thomas hit a 3-run home run that gave the Guardians a 5-0 lead. They cruised to the 7-0 win. Now a grand slam from the trade deadline acquisition from Washington. And the Tigers are in a big, big hole with the best bullpen in the American League now lined up to get the final 12 outs. And Kenzie Noel pops it up into shallow left field. Sweeney waving his arms. He will make the catch, moving toward the line.
Work to do, Dan. Work to do.
5-run fifth inning. We go to the sixth. 5-1 Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall. We've lived through triumphs and turmoil, witnessed every advance, and survived every setback. Through surety and uncertainty, we've stood the test of time by standing by our beliefs, our values.
What a division series we have had so far, and it continues on. Please take a second to check that link that is pinned in the chat. Go check out our campaign page. We're running a campaign for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto as part of their Create 100K donation drive. We have opened it up for the MLB playoffs and NHL opening night. Thank you so much for clicking that link. A portion of our proceeds goes donated every single month to Sick Kids Hospital. So just by being here, you're making a difference in our community. Please take a second. If you see an ad that catches your interest, please click it and support the advertisers here on YouTube. As well, you can support our channel with sending in super chats or by sharing this link out. That's the number one. The more you guys can get this Sick Kids campaign link out, the better. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's make a big difference and raise a bunch of money for our community. Let's get back to the baseball. Good luck to your team.
Sixth inning is brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. When you discover the Demmer difference, where we are sitting to the right of the press box behind home plate. This part of the press box literally shaking.
Oh, there was a little nervousness of, is this place going to collapse on top of me?
Literally shaking. Lane Thomas. We talked about him a lot. It was a nice pickup for the Guardians. He didn't have big numbers, but he's a good athlete. He's a good center fielder, and he can hit the occasional home run, and he's had a lot of good at-bats.
Yeah.
In this series. starting with a 3-run home run in game 1, but quality at-bats every game. And now a grand slam home run against the best pitcher in baseball. Keith at the plate. First pitch, strike on the inside corner. Tim Herron on the mound. Again, he's had some command issues. See if the Tigers can get something started. Swing and a foul out of play. The Tigers have had success against Clase. Gaddis has been very good. Tim Herron is not allowed to run, but again, 5 base runners in 2 2/3 coming in. Came in to get the last 2 outs of the 5th inning. A double play ball off the bat for Riley Green. The 0-2 slider sweeps down and away.
This is where you just got to continue to have good at bats. Like, you can't hit a home run that's going to tie the game. You can't do anything. You got to just work at bats, work counts, try to get back into a positive place.
1-2, low and away. Good take. And this is what the Tigers have done well. Come up with big at-bats late, never give an at-bat away, figure out a way to pass the baton. And right now you're just trying to get base runners, some traffic, chip away. The 2-2. Away, good take. From 0-2 to 3-2. Wenzel Perez, Spencer Torkelson to follow here in the 6th inning. 5-1 Cleveland. The 3-2, swing and a miss. That's a big swing and miss. A slider well below the knees. Keith swung at what would have been ball 4, but tough pitch to lay off.
Yeah, that's that one. It looks like a fastball coming in hot. And at the end, the bottom just drops out of it. But working at bats, work counts. That's all. That's what you do right now. You try to get into a good positive position. Still be aggressive early. Try to get some knocks.
Perez swings and lines one. Caught at second base by Jimenez. Jumped up, didn't have to. It's a good swing. Line drive. 2 steps to his left. Jimenez made the catch. 2 outs in the 6th inning.
And there's one thing we know about this ball club. They're not going to give up. Like the Cleveland, there's that feeling of like, oh, it's over. But you can see right now, these guys aren't going away. They're going to continue to play until the 9th inning, until this game is either over. Whether they're up or down, that is to be determined. They've come back from much worse than this.
No. Torkelson takes first pitch low and outside. They've rallied from 5 in the 9th inning against one of the best teams in baseball, the Dodgers, right before the All-Star break. The 1-0 up and inside corner for a called strike. 3-0 in San Diego against a guy throwing 102. The Tigers rallied. Never count this team out, but it would be nice to see the comeback begin right about now. The 1-1 swinging line drive down the left field line. That's going to drive fair ball toward the corner. Torkelson around first. He's heading to second. Kwan's throw will be way offline. Spencer Torkelson with his second double of the day. And that'll bring up Parker Meadows.
Yep, just pass the baton. If they can get to one of these guys,
just one of them,
get to one of them, that's going to force them to have to use some guys in the bullpen they would rather not want to bring out in these situations. And that's when you put up a crooked number. Score 1, put up a crooked number. This is a ball game, man.
Meadows faced Herron. Remember, 2 innings before Carpenter hit his home run in game 2, Meadows hit a fly ball to right that looked really good off the bat. And that was off Tim Herron on a slider that was in. First pitch, swing and a miss. Slider over the plate. Meadows has faced lefties in all 3 at-bats. Doubled against Boyd. Drew a walk against Sabrowski. Now behind 0-1 against Tim Herron. The strike 1. Check swing, pitch in the dirt. Naylor couldn't find it. Torkelson takes off for third. My goodness. Whew. Naylor threw a little bit late, but that was closer than you would like to see. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he waited to see and make sure the ball was away from Naylor. And once he determined that the ball was indeed far enough away, he saw Naylor go the other way.
Yep. Ramirez even the base at third. Rest of the infield back. The outfield plays Meadows to pull just slightly. Just a single here. Start chipping away. The 1-1. Low and away. 2-1 on Meadows. Jake Rogers waiting on deck. 5-1 Cleveland. We're in the 6th inning. Strikeout updates brought to you by Carbless, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. The 2-1. High. 3-1. This is what we've seen from Herron. He can spray it. 10 strikeouts so far for Guardians pitchers today. The 3-1. Up and away. Parker Meadows has reached all 3 trips to the plate. This crowd, which is getting ready to celebrate a Guardians win in the 6th inning.
Yeah, they were.
Has grown quiet.
Oh, we didn't win yet? We haven't won?
That's going to prompt
I thought when you hit a grand slam in the 6th, it's an automatic victory.
Automatic.
Is that one of those?
That's going to be the end of the day for Herron. Bo Naylor out to buy a little time for Hunter Gaddis. We've seen him a few times. But now Stephen Vogt using his big guys earlier and earlier. You would think right now he can't cover the last 10 outs for 2 pitchers, but he might try.
He may, but that's where you just got to get to one. You get to one of the last 2 guys, you're good. You'll be solid. You'll be right back in that ball game.
Gaddis coming on. Let's keep it right here, because Andy, your point is such a good one. This is what they've done all year. They battle back, they battle back. It's an uphill climb, but the more you see relievers, the more you can have better at bats, and we've seen it a couple of times in the game today. Torkelson against Smith. Meadows just working that at bat against the lefty Tim Herron. Gaddis has been really, really good in his 3 1/3. To be facing Rogers right here. We have seen him bury sliders down and into lefties.
Yep.
And he also has a changeup that can absolutely freeze you because it's almost 20 miles an hour slower than his fastball.
So Jake Rogers faced him 2 days ago in real life, in real person, and he got him with a backdoor changeup. He swung that changeup back with 2 strikes. Now Jake Rogers knows what he has. He knows not to give up on that pitch if it starts away. He knows where the slider, what the shape of the slider looks like. He knows what his fastball looks like. So this is what you've been talking about kind of all series, is like you start facing these guys 3 times plus. Even one time you face a guy, I feel like it gives you a way better recognition the second time. How's it come out of his hand? What's his timing like? You feel much more comfortable in these situations.
Rogers, that's the only time he has faced Hunter Gaddis. 3 1/3. He has worked 3 games. No runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. We saw him in game 4. He came into a 2-2 game. That's when Wenzel Perez had that great at-bat. It was the second time he had seen Gaddis. Keith, remember, had just struck out on a slider. Perez went down and got that slider and flared it into left field. That gave the Tigers a 3-2 lead. And he hit McKinstry on a back foot slider.
So the key is to get to Gaddis because they already know. The Tigers know they can beat Clase. They've scored like 4 runs against him in the last.
Yeah, I mean, they're feeling good.
Yeah, they have good at-bats against Clase. Had decent at-bats against Gaddis. Just got to understand that. Keep pushing it.
Runners at the corners. Jake Rogers at the plate. First pitch. Pulled the slider down and away. Ball 1. 5-1 Cleveland. We're in the 6th inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Corwell Health. No matter the challenge, the response is always the same. We can. Torkelson, the runner at third. Meadows at first. The 1-0 pitch to Jake Rogers. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and out of play. Slider. Up and in just a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's too bad that one didn't come down. It kind of backed up and stayed up and in on him. If that came down, that'd have been over the heart of the plate. Kind of lucky by Gaddis there.
Menez at second, shades up the middle. The outfield deep and straight up on Rogers. The 1-1 pitch. Low and away. Stays with a 3rd straight slider. Trey Sweeney waiting on deck. Fastball slider has been a real weapon against lefties. He's throwing it a lot to Jake Rogers right here. And then the changeup. which is in the mid-70s. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. A fourth straight slider. This out of the strike zone, Jake couldn't lay off.
Jake was hunting heater there. Now you got to balance the approach up. Contact.
Gaddis sets. Parker takes off. Swinging a line drive to right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Parker Meadows will go all the way to third. Torkelson in to score. Jake Rogers delivers with 2 outs in the 6th inning to make it a 5-2 game.
That's what you do. Good piece of hitting. Ended up going back with a fastball after all those sliders. Jake does a nice job. You can see he wasn't trying to pull the ball. Was going the other way, letting the ball travel in case it was the slider. Happened to be the heater, reacts. Base knock out to right center.
Now Trey Sweeney steps to the plate, representing the potential tying run. In the 6th inning, the Guardians had just scored 5. The Tigers answer back with 1. First pitch to Trey Sweeney. Fastball, outer half, strike 1, 97 for a called strike. A tough series for Sweeney. Walked his last time up, though. 1 for 14, 9 strikeouts. Say it again, though. All you need is that one hit. All that goes away. The strike 1, way inside. We saw enough in the regular season to know he can put together a good at-bat.
Yeah, he's got some pop, too. When you look at him, you wouldn't expect him in BP. He can hit the ball a mile.
Breeze is picked up, still blowing in from center field, and knocking balls down today. The 1-1, swing and a miss, and there is the changeup. It's great arm action, and it's one of the slowest changeups you will see. That was 80, and that's about the top end for his changeup. It's wicked. Sweeney behind 1-2. The pitch, way inside. Yanked the slider down and in. That's been a real weapon for Gaddis against lefties. It's 90 plus, and it darts down and into a lefty. We've seen plenty swing over it. Sweeney staying disciplined. He can work in that bat. The 2-2. Changeup misses high. That's the 76 mile-an-hour changeup.
Gaddis doesn't want to mess around too much here. He's got somebody creeping on the on-deck circle over there. I guarantee he does not want to face.
Carey Carpenter waiting on deck. Really get a chance to bat this inning. 3-2, swing and a foul. He just challenged Sweeney. Good job. We've seen a lot of swing and miss from Sweeney on high fastballs. Fouled that one off to extend the at-bat. He's going to see at least 7 pitches.
Just got to win one pitch. Just win one pitch. That's it. Hit it hard, foul it off, take it if it's a ball. All you got to do is win one pitch.
Upright, relaxed stance. Holds the bat upright. Hands extended away from the left shoulder. The 3-2, swinging another foul. Win the pitch.
Then just win this pitch. That's all you do. So right now in your head, you're thinking, all I got to do is win this pitch. If it's a tough pitch, foul it off. If it's a ball, we'll take the ball. If he lays one out there, I'll smack it.
Sweeney will see at least 8 pitches in this trip to the plate. Rogers at first, just singled home run. He's off with every pitch. Gaddis ready. Again, the 3-2. He yanked it into the dirt, and how about this? Carey Carpenter will stride to the plate with the bases loaded in the 6th inning, and the Tigers down by 3. The potential tying run is now on at first. Carpenter pinch hit in the 5th inning, coming off the bench, can hardly walk, and he singled to the wall in center field. Carl Willis will come out to the mound. The entire infield will join the conversation. Let's pause right now for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio.
You're listening to the American League Division Series on SiriusXM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89.
Isn't baseball fun?
I mean, this series is just this is an epic series all the way through. If you're a baseball fan, this is one of those you'll want to watch on repeat many times, because now the dramatics in this. You got Carpenter up, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Like you said, he's aggressive. So does he see the changeup right off the start, do you think?
I would imagine they'll go slider changeup. They're not going to probably group him a fastball. They're going to want to make him work for it a little bit.
His big hit was off of fastball. The first pitch from Gaddis, swing and a foul, and he did get a fastball. He attacked it, fouled it, lost grip of the bat. Fielding in the on-deck circle, picks it up, hands it back to him.
Yeah, they went they went up and away with the heater. And you can see it looks like his balance isn't quite normal with that hamstring. He's grinding it out. He's trying.
Bases loaded. Tigers down 3. The strike 1. In the dirt. Change-up away. A little harder change-up. 83 from Hunter Gaddis.
I mean, the crowd in here is on pins and needles. Their anxiety level, they are worried.
Carpenter's only faced Gaddis once, grounded into a double play. The 1-1, swing and a foul back. Oh, he had a rip at a center cut, 96 mile-an-hour fastball.
He wants that one back, too. You can see the look on his face, like, I don't know if that's the look of hammy hurt or missed it, but either one, he's like, man.
Actually, this is the third time that Carpenter has faced Gaddis. A ground ball double play. He also popped out to the catcher. He takes a moment, calls time, steps out, takes a big, deep breath. Settles back in. Meadows at third. Rogers at second. Sweeney at first, all itching to come home. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball up above the belt. Tigers get a run, make Gaddis work, but he gets Carpenter on the strikeout to strand 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, the deciding game of the division series. The Guardians have a 5-2 lead. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Hockey is back, and the NHL on Sirius XM sounds like this.
Score! Connor McDavid off the rush, set up by Hyman.
And this.
The Panthers have won the Stanley Cup for the first time. Yeah!
Hear every NHL game all season long on Sirius XM and the hometown announcers on the Sirius XM app, and talk about the day-to-day drama of the hockey season on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
If you want to make a lot of money trading stock options but haven't found the right system, listen up. Todd Rampey here from Wealth Builders Institute, and if you call me right now, I will send you a short video that not only proves my method works, it'll show you that you can do this too, even with no trading experience. This is the method that turned a handful of my students into millionaires, and 70%.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the Game 5, the Tigers and the Guardians of the ALDS. Who's moving on to the ALCS to face the Yankees? Please help our community grow and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game, as well as every single Toronto sports game. Thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Let's get there real soon. Thank you all. See you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Catch a brand new season preview show of your favorite team every weeknight until the season starts. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
In Vegas.
Throws 17 pitches to get 1 out. And that, to me, Andy, is significant because we haven't seen Stephen Vogt. He's only entrusting the late innings to Smith, Gaddis, Clase, and Herron.
Yep.
He's already used Smith, Herron, Clase, waiting, Gaddis on the mound, but they still have 9 outs to cover.
Right.
So to make Gaddis work that hard to get 1 out, that's a big deal.
That's huge. To get 1 run in that inning is big. Now the objective get on the defensive side of the ball, limit run scoring in this inning.
First pitch slider high and tight to Bo Naylor, swinging to miss, strike 1.
Keep it a 3-run ball game. That's like, if you can keep it a 3-run ball game right now, you give yourself a better chance for sure.
Fastball outer half for a called strike 2. 79 pitches through 5 for Tarek Skubal. Gave up the grand slam last inning, but this is the guy that A.J. Hinch still wants on the mound. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Wow. That's coming back strong. Dispatches Bo Naylor.
Last inning was a series of quite unfortunate circumstances. The David Fry, 15 squibbing hopper in a weird spot.
That's
you got the leadoff hit by Jimenez that was kind of a just poke the bat out there, ground ball past third base, little stuff, little knickknacks.
Jimenez tries to bunt his way on, but what he did a nice job of was serving it to Torkelson at first with a strong bunt. Torkelson comes in, fields it right next to the bag, and makes the play unassisted. That was like a little game of pepper, and not what Jimenez wanted to do. It worked out quite well for the Tigers. Will Vest is throwing in the Tigers bullpen. 5-2 Cleveland. We're in the 6th inning. Hardest working player brought to you every game by Carhartt. Proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball. The hardworking people make it possible. Line drive, right center field. Wenzel Perez on the run. He'll slide and make the catch. The wind really knocked it down. He made a nice adjustment at the end to make a sliding grab. Rocchio with another line drive. This time it's an out. Fine play by Perez and a quick inning for Tarek Skubal and the Tigers. Tigers bat in the 7th inning. They're down 5-2 in the deciding game of the division series on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
It's time to think Ford first. Right now, check out the 2024 Ford Escape at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. The Escape comes with Bliss, blind spot information system, with cross-traffic alert and plenty of cargo space to fit your lifestyle needs. Right now, AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2024 Ford Escape SUV active all-wheel drive for $279 a month for 24 months, with $1,789 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Payment includes $4,000 trade assist. Offer only valid on package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer's stock by October 31st. See dealer for qualifications and details. So lease a Ford Escape SUV active all-wheel drive for $279 a month only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Stories. We love to hear them. We love to tell them. Even more, we love to be in the moment our stories are born. Like the trips we take. To the forest. To the campground ball field where your little girl got her first base hit. Little moments like these create stories that last a lifetime. So here's to the next trip. Here's to the next story. General RV. Come home with a story.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Sponsored by General RV, Michigan's premier RV dealer for sales, service, and parts. Yankees waiting for the winner. Dodgers and Mets are set in the National League scoreboard. 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios scoreboard. This is the only game today, originally at 8 o'clock because it was going to be the only game of the day. And then 1 o'clock because there's weather coming in later. We wanted to give both teams the best chance of having their pitchers go long. The Tigers certainly wanted Squirrel to be able to go long, so they moved it to 1 o'clock. I don't think anybody minded that. Matt Vierling steps to the plate. He has faced Hunter Gaddis twice in this series. A double to the left center field gap off of fastball. And he struck out, took a called third on a ridiculous 77-mile-an-hour changeup. The 2 times he has faced him. First pitch, slider backs up. It's one of the most effective pitches in the game. We say it again and again because it is a backup slider. Just missed location. Called strike 1 on Matt Vierling. Bo Naylor setting up low. The strike 1, fastball outside. First time today that Chad Fairchild has gone outside the strike zone to call a strike. And a very accurate, consistent strike zone for Fairchild. 5-2 Cleveland. We're in the 7th inning. The strike two, swing and a high slicing drive down the right field line. Noel over, but that will get safely into the walks. Anything to get something started here in the 7th inning. Guardians bullpen full of high octane arms, lots of strikeouts. Gaddis will not walk you. Got a ton of swing and miss with Gaddis on the mound. Strikeout rate of 8 per 9. Working toward the third base side. He's got a full windup. The 0-2, low and away. Very compact motion. Just a quick step back, short step back with the left foot. And then lifts the leg, gets into his motion. Right on right, left side of the infield. Actually shifts to the right a little bit. The 1-2 is swinging a long foul fly. This is what Matt Vierling can do. Extending that bat by fouling off fastballs. Green and Keith to follow here in the 7th inning. Another lefty who's tough on lefties, tough on righties. Tigers facing him for the 4th time in this 5-game series. The 1-2. A little bit below the strike zone with a slider. 6th pitch of the at-bat is ball 2. Earning a strikeout, a fly ball, and a strikeout today. The 2-2. Got him. Change up near the outside edge, but notably in that at-bat, Chad Fairchild expanded his strike zone for the first time today on pitches away.
Yeah, first the fastball, then the little backdoor changeup. I mean, that thing's got some crazy action on it. It's almost like a screwball.
Yeah, he throws it glove side and it's like a sinker coming back onto the plate. Green takes first pitch, a little bit low, slider down and away. 5-2 Cleveland. We're in the 7th inning. Lefty at the plate. Ramirez backs up deep and off the line at third. Rocchio at short, shades up the middle. The outfield plays Green to pull just slightly. The 1-0. Changeup at 80 on the outside edge. This might be the best changeup we've seen this year.
Yeah, that's one though. If you can see it out of his hand, and I don't think they can because he's got such good arm action.
1-1. Off the plate away with the slider at 91. The good hitters count for Riley Green. Tigers trying to start something in the 7th inning. Gaddis came on to get the last out of the 6th and gave up a single, a walk, a run scored. The 2-1 to Green. Swinging a line drive into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Noel will field it on one hop coming into his left. Green will turn and hold a 1-out single here in the 7th inning. That brings up Colt Keith. He came into the game as a pinch hitter in the 4th inning. He has struck out twice today. Once on a fastball away. And struck out on a slider his last time up.
Stephen Vogt's going to have to make some decisions. How long does he keep Gaddis out? He's got Morgan warming up out there, but I know he doesn't want to go to him if he doesn't have to.
Upright, relaxed stance for Colt Keith. First pitch from Hunter Gaddis. Fastball low and outside, ball 1.
They let Clase go 2 innings, 8 and 9? Or are they going to have to bridge it with Morgan?
Well, I think they're trying to get to Clase to work the 8th and 9th. He got 5 outs in game 4. The 1-0. Strike called. You got to wait sometimes for Chad Fairchild. Called it correctly on the black inner half. Rocchio at short, shades up the middle. Ramirez off the line. Fastball over to first to drive Riley Green back. like he's going anywhere.
Does he usually throw sliders over to first?
I mean, that was a fastball.
Yeah, he brought the heat, didn't he?
The 1-1, swinging the fly ball, center field. This one's deep. Thomas going back, tracking it, and he's going to look and watch it bounce. It looked like he didn't read it well. Riley Green will be waved around third. Colt Keith will check in at second base, throw to the plate way late. Colt Keith doubles to center field. Green scores. Tigers are within 2, now trailing 5-3 in the 7th.
Don't count him out. Don't count him out. Colt Keith, I mean, he hammered that ball. This is not a day that the ball is flying well.
No.
And he got a fastball up out over the plate and just banged it to deep center field. Thomas was playing him to pole. By the time he got back there, he realized he couldn't get to it. swing it.
It doesn't feel like Thomas read that ball well at all. He went back like he was tracking it, and then the next thing you knew, the ball was over his head.
Over him. Yeah, that's the deepest part of the park out there. It's probably, 408, something like that out in the nook, and he hit it just to the left of the deepest part of the park, and it bounced off the warning track, hit the wall.
So, Guardians going to the bullpen again. Eli Morgan coming on. Wenzel Perez at the plate, and he'll represent the potential tying run. 5-3, Tigers clawing their way back. And while the Guardians make the change, we'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall. We've lived through triumphs and turmoil, witnessed every advance, and survived every setback. Through surety and uncertainty, we've stood the test of time by standing by our beliefs, our values, and our customers. Comerica Bank, 175 years strong. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Detroit baseball is back in the playoffs. And at Ford, we understand what it takes to achieve greatness. It takes consistency, confidence, and the agility to go the distance. And we're the truck that matches Detroit baseball energy. Because an all-star team needs an all-star truck. Finish your season off strong in a built Ford Tough F-150. Only from your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer.
Today's game brought to you in part by Wallside Windows that bring you Tigers milestones. Every game, local and family-owned. Wallside Windows celebrating 80 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. Eli Morgan takes over on the mound. Wenzel Perez will turn around and bat lefty against him. Lefties had the edge. Morgan this year, outstanding season. First year to pitch to Perez is fouled out of play, strike one.
There's that low 90s. He throws 92, 93 with a four-seam. He'll mix in a slider and a changeup.
Cut is walked, but the strikeouts are down noticeably. The strike one pitch. Fastball perfect down and away. We have not seen him much in this series. One out early in the series in one of the first Tigers 3-0 win. Perez swings and misses. Fastball 94 tied him up in. Looks like that pitch plays up just a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it looks like Wenzel, he's just been off the fastball a little bit today.
He has.
And some days it's like that. That's why baseball is a crazy game. You can be on that thing one day and the next day you come in and you're like, why can't I get to it?
2 outs, man at second base. Tigers down 2 for Spencer Torkelson. First pitch. Middle of the plate with a slider for a called strike one. Strikeout rate dropped from 10 to 7 this year for Morgan, but he became a better pitcher. Cut his ERA in half. The strike one, swing and a miss. Change up off the slider. And this crowd gets on its feet.
Tor's going to take a second here, and this is where now he's got him set up. You're not in the advantage. Here's the hitter because he can go fastball up, he can go change up, down, slider away. There's a lot of things he can do. You got to go protect mode, let the ball travel, foul off tough pitches if necessary.
Morgan checks Keith, the 0-2. Fastball outside. That was a hard slider at 91. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rocchio at short shades toward the hole. Ramirez about 4 or 5 steps off the line at third. Outfield straight up on Torkelson. 2 doubles today for Torkelson. 1 off the left field wall. 1 down the left field line. Trying to deliver just a single here to make this a 1-run game. Slider misses low and away. Has not seen a fastball. Change up, now 3 sliders. Morgan works way over on the first base side of the rubber. Keith takes his lead at second. Jimenez trying to shorten that lead a little. The 2-2 off the plate, down and away. Change up, crowd groans, but these are all off the plate. Again, a very accurate strike zone for Chad Fairchild for the most part today.
If I'm Bo Naylor back there, I don't want to face Parker. I'd go at Torkelson.
3-2, got him. Throws him with a changeup. Torkelson flips his bat in disgust. It's properly called. It was in the strike zone. He throws him.
What's this backdoor changeup? Man,
wasn't looking for that. Tigers inch a little closer. They're down to their last 6 outs. We go to the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by DTE. Manage your energy use and save. Go to DTEnergy.com/save energy. 5-3 Cleveland at the 7th inning stretch. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Hold the entire show. Hold the show.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM.
The New York Jets have fired head coach Robert Saleh. Wow.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
This should have been done in the off-season.
And expert analysis on NFL Radio.
Aaron wants to do it Aaron's way. This reminds me of Favre and Mangini all over again.
Live sports talk when you need it on SiriusXM and the all-new SiriusXM app.
In 2024, Scotty Scheffler led the PGA Tour in victories, scoring average, prize money, birdies per round, mug shots, greens and regulation percentage, putting average, second round scoring average. Listen to 2024, the year of Scotty Scheffler, Thursday, November 28th at 7 a.m. on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio, channel 92 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app. Should I keep going? Approach from 150 to 175 yards. Par 4 birdie.
Tigers fans, your manager AJ Hinch joins MLB Network Radio every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern.
So we don't feel pressure. I mean, we feel opportunity. We know that there's a chance to do something very special and games to figure out if we can get into the postseason and give ourselves a chance. But we've been very good at resetting every day after good and bad.
Managers at the mic on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
After the game, join us on MLB Network Radio. We're talking baseball with you all season long on SiriusXM Channel 89 and the SiriusXM app.
In 40 to think forward first. Will Vest takes over. Tarek Skubal gave up the grand slam, as Andy described, kind of a funky inning. Ground ball in the right spot. Line drive single from Kwan. Little nubber off the end of the bat to load the bases. Ramirez gets hit by a pitch, and then Lane Thomas jumped the first pitch fastball that was over the middle of the plate and hit the grand slam. 5-1 Cleveland, and then the Tigers single runs in the 6th and 7th that made it a 5-3 game. Will Vest comes on. All he's done to start his postseason career is go 17 up, 17 down. Not bad. 5 2/3 perfect so far. Fastball away. I will say it's a lot of fastballs, Andy.
Yeah, they've been kind of catching on to that a little bit.
Yep. The 1-0 to Kwan. Fastball away. He has thrown 40 pitches, 36 fastballs, and there has been some hard contact. Kwan, incredible series. 10 for 19. Line drive to right field. 12 for 20.
Boy, this guy's been unreal, hasn't he?
Jeez.
I know he kind of scuffled down the stretch, too.
He really did.
He has picked it up in this series in a big way. Not for extra bases, but, man, this line drives all over the field. Him and Rocchio have kind of been the hidden heroes so far in this series for the Guardians.
Will Vest really does, though, need to start mixing in slider and changeup, doesn't he?
I would
fastball
say, down. Yes, because David Fry, he can hit a fastball. We've learned that.
Fastball drilled into right field.
Was that a sinker? That almost looked like a sinker. That wasn't his normal four-seam, it didn't look like.
Now he's mixed in a few sinkers. Pitched low and away. 36 fastballs. It's been 34 seam fastballs. 6 sinkers. Fry takes a pitch low and away. A rare slider from Will Vest, but he has to have that pitch. The 2-1 swing and a soft tap foul. That went off of Jake Rogers. He's saying that's not so soft, going off my body.
Yeah, he's got beat up back there, but Jake's tough. He kind of likes it, I think. Get hit once in a while. But you see, that's the sinker, Dan. So he's not throwing the four seam as much. Against Fry right here, he's went sinker, because he's swinging over it. There's your adjustment. Slider would be nice right here, though, if he can do it.
Kwan edges off at first. He is a base-stealing threat. The 2-2 ground ball chopped down the third baseline, foul. Nice practice, though. Veerling through down to second. Keith over to Torkelson. Just like the infield work they put in earlier in the day. It's just a foul, though.
Yeah, it's about the way Cora hits him off the fungo. Nice little hop up there. Try to go up with the heater. You see he's just not getting the heater by him. Because he's pretty much sold out to hitting the fastball. So if Vest could throw a changeup, a slider, something different.
Facing Fry for the third time. The 2-2 ground ball, same spot, a little more foul down the third base line. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. The second time he faced Fry after he lined out that sizzling line drive that really made the leaping catch on. He bunted and got a run home with just a perfect bunt. The 2-2 swing and a miss. There it is.
Yeah.
Slider down and away.
Yep, that's the pitch right there. Perfect slider down and away. I mean, Fry was sold out. He's pulling 97-mile-an-hour fastballs with 2 strikes.
That brings up Jose Ramirez, an intentional walk today, also hit by a pitch. 2 for 15 in the series with a home run. It's worth repeating his numbers from the regular season, though. Just a phenomenal season. Line drive foul down the first base line. He is ready to hit from the jump, too. Every at-bat. He can work a walk, obviously, but man, he's just he is just ready to hit. 39 home runs, 41 stolen bases, and 118 RBIs. Check swing, fastball, just a tick low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 5-3 Cleveland in the 7th inning. Final line for Tarek Skubal is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win 6 innings, 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Ramirez, ground ball, past Keith into right field. Perez will field and get the ball to second base. That's just a bad break. That's a high hopper that on the second hop just took off on Keith, who was racing toward the hole after he got by Torkelson. And his runners at the corners here in the 7th. Over Torkelson by Keith, missing both gloves by about 6 inches total.
Right call with the changeup. Got him way out in front, just pounded it into the hard dirt out in front of home plate. Now they got another situation here. You got to work out of it. Execute some pitches. You know Lane Thomas will jump a heater.
First pitch from Will Vest. Fastball, middle for a called strike. Again, Thomas's production has been against lefties this year. He can hit a righty, but it's just the production numbers are so much better against lefties. The strike 1. Swinging the line drive softly to the right side. That'll score a run. Keith falls down as he tries to field and throw. And everybody's safe.
Yeah, it's time for a mound visit. Calm the nerves a little bit.
Just a soft ground ball in the right spot. 2 ground balls in the right spot. A big add-on run for Cleveland in the 6-3 lead.
You talk about contact. This is something Cleveland's done, you know. That contact play will work.
Yep.
They put the ball in play. Thomas just got blown up by a fastball, but happened to hit it over to the right side. Keith was playing up the middle. By the time he goes to get it, loses his footing. We got Tyler Holton appearance, I'd imagine.
That'll be the end of the day for Will Vest while the Tigers go to their bullpen. Run in, 2 on, 1 out, 7th inning, down 3. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
The 2024 F-150 is built Ford tough and proud to be the official truck of your Detroit Lions. With intelligent functionality already built in, everything from home renovation to tailgating just got better. Right now, returning AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $339 a month for 24 months, with $3,969 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $1,500 trade assist and $1,500 renewal cash. Offer ends October 31st. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. So lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for only $339 a month. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Get ready for Tigers baseball with Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail in a can. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories a can. Plus, less carbonation, which means less bloating and less guilt when drinking. Carbliss offers flavors for everyone, from pineapple, black cherry, or cranberry to classic cocktails like margarita and Paloma. On Tigers game days, stop at your local grocery store and pick up a pack of Carbliss to enjoy at home during every pitch. Carbliss, handcrafted premium ready-to-drink cocktails. Less is more.
Balls, one with eyes, one in the right spot. That produced a run for the Guardians. A big run after the Tigers were down 5-1 and scored in the 6th and 7th. 6-3 Cleveland. Naylor 0 for 3 today. First pitch from Holton, fastball low and away, ball 1. Holton gave up 4 runs. They were all earned. One of them should have been unearned when he was the opener in game 1. This is the most reliable reliever that A.J. Hinch has. Breaking ball off the plate away, and it's 2-0. Changeup misses away, 2-0 on Josh Naylor. Naylor has faced Holton twice. A couple of routine ground balls. Fastball strike on the outer edge.
Naylor wants something close to him. You see that pitch away there, 2-0. He wanted that ball close to him. He wanted to pull it down the line.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. A wild wave at a cutter that ran away. 6-3 Cleveland in the 7th inning. 2-man on. Naylor's hit 2 routine ground balls to the right side. One went through a drawn-in infield, but it would have been a routine out with the infield back. That was a single. And then the last time up, a routine ground ball to second. See if Tyler Holton can get that routine ground ball to the right side. And perhaps an inning-ending double play. Certainly a double play candidate. Holton checks Ramirez. A 2-2 is swing and miss. He'll take the strikeout instead. The big sweeper away. Naylor strikes out. 2 on, 2 outs now. Jankenzie Noel will face Holton. 0 for 12 in this series. He's a threat, but because of the way he finished, teams clearly figured out a way to pitch to Jankenzie Noel.
A lot off speed, down, away from his body. He'll swing out of the zone.
First pitch, a little bit low, down and in with a cutter. With the 0 for 12 in this series, he's now 6 for his last 65. The 1-0. Ground ball foul over by the Guardians dugout on the third base side. Clase is getting loose in that Guardians bullpen. Will he be asked to get the final 6 outs? He got the last 5 outs in Detroit. The Tigers have scored 5 runs off of him, 4 runs off of him on 5 hits in the series in 3 2/3. The 1-1. Going inside. Changeup misses. 2-1. Changeup's become a bigger weapon for him. It's the pitch that he doesn't get in the strike zone a lot. But he gets swings and misses when he's got it locked in. 2-1, swing and a miss. Cutter down and in. That's the money pitch.
Yeah, that one will work good on a guy who likes to swing. There's no reason to go into the zone. You know, you can work him. You can start the ball in the zone and make it move out of the zone. That's the pitch. However you want to do it, just do it that way. In the zone to out of the zone.
2-2, swing and a foul over the screen down to our right. Went in with the fastball, but like you said, if that was in the strike zone, it was at the very bottom.
Yeah, keep it on the edges or out of the zone.
Hands low, bat upright. Noel tucks that left shoulder in. The 2-2, swing and a soft tap foul. That's actually a good foul on the cutter. Over the plate, but down.
Feel like you got him in swing mode here?
I don't like the change. I feel like he's missing with the changeup here. Stay with the cutter.
Yeah. Throw that one that he swung at down and in.
Holton sets, holds the glove away from the letters. The 2-2, swinging a soft ground ball to short. Sweeney will charge field on the grass, flip, and get Noel by a full step at first base. Noel grounds out, 3 singles, 2 soft. Score a run. Tigers down to their last 6 outs. We head to the 8th inning. 6-3 Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
For 175 years, Comerica has thrived through every rise and fall. We've lived through triumphs and turmoil.
What's up, baseball fans? How's the game going for your team? A lot of fun here in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please let us know in the chat where you're watching from. Let us know how far our reach is in this world. Where are you watching this game from here on Toronto Sports Insider? Thanks for hanging out with us. Now hit that like button, share it out to your friends, and let's get back to the baseball. Woo! Let's have some fun.
Years, our no-fee guarantee means you don't pay us a fee unless we win your case. If you're hurt in an accident, get the Bernstein advantage. Call 1-800-CALL-SAM. What do you have to lose? It's free.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
Northville Lumber is Michigan's Trex decking leader in the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. NorthvilleLumber.com.
By authority of the Detroit be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. 8th inning brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. 6-3 Cleveland. Steven Boat trying to figure out how he can get the final 6 outs. He asked Clase to get 5 outs the other day. He did not have one save this year of more than 3 outs. He did the job the other day, but remember, Justin Henry Malloy had a good at-bat against him. And the Tigers have 5 hits in his 3 appearances, covering 3 2/3 against Emmanuel Clase. Stuff looks great, but as we've talked about, he's not a big swing and miss guy, and the Tigers, I'm not sure they've got him dialed in, Andy, but they are making contact, and they have put together some base hits against Emmanuel Clase.
Competitive at-bats, that's all it is. From here on out, you got 6 outs, competitive at-bats.
Parker Meadows takes first pitch slider up and away. Eli Morgan is still on the mound.
He's probably got a short leash out there, I'd imagine.
I'm guessing. Pitch down below the strike zone, 2-0. Meadows has reached 3 times today. Became just the 2nd Tiger ever to start his postseason career with 7 hits in each of his first 7 games. The 2-0 up and away. 3-0 on Meadows. Tigers would take a walk to start things off. It's hazy sunshine right now, trying to break through the clouds. If it was brighter, you feel like the shadows might be playing a big part. I'm not sure how it is right now. 3-0. Fastball middle for a called strike. Now it's getting a little bit brighter, so the shadows could be a little bit tricky if the sun really breaks out. Meadows waiting on a 3-1 pitch. 6-3 Cleveland in the 8th. The pitch outside. He walked him. Amazing how a walk to start an inning can fuel a rally. That's 3 walks for Meadows plus a double today. Guardians pitchers have had pretty darn good command, and it looks like that is the end of the day for Eli Morgan. 6 walks today issued by Cleveland pitchers plus a hit batter, and Emmanuel Clase is going to be asked to do something he has not done this year. Get 6 outs to close out this game. Clase is coming on. Tigers are down 3 in the 8th inning. Their leadoff man is on. And while the Guardians go to their bullpen, we'll pause to these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Hi, Matt Garco here with Bill Brown Ford. When it comes to buying or leasing, we know you have a lot of choices. I'd like to tell you about our dealership. Bill Brown Ford has been in business over 100 years. We have an amazing sales staff that truly cares about their customers and making the process easy. Not to mention, we've been the #1 Ford dealer in the country for 3 years in a row. Find out why you'll do better at Bill Brown Ford. Visit us in Livonia on Plymouth Road or online at BillBrownFord.com.
#1 Ford dealer is based on Ford's new total retail sales report for 2021, 2022, and 2023.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work. It's raising the bar and never settling for less. It's the tireless hours spent getting your hands dirty. It's searching for answers where others aren't looking, rising before the sun, and staying up long after it sets. It's in you. Be golden. Explore more at oakland.edu.
Emmanuel Clase takes over on the mound, 8th inning. 6-3 Cleveland. He of the 102-mile-an-hour cutter. 47 for 50 closing out games this year. 0-0 game in game 2 here in Cleveland. 2 outs, bases empty. He was being asked to get for the first time this year a 4-out save. Couldn't do it. Single, and the rather memorable Carpenter home run. Jake Rogers started that rally with a single. He's the first to face Clase. First pitch to Jake Rogers, swing and a miss. Starts him off with a slider below the knees.
Yeah, he's geared up for the hundo. Dumps the slider down. He'll throw that hundo eventually.
And that's exactly what Jake Rogers hit into left field. Meadows takes off, pitch up and in, throw down to second, and Parker Meadows stole that off of Emmanuel Clase. How about that?
Yeah, I don't think Clase even remembered there was a guy on first. When he threw his last warm-up pitch to Hedges, he got out of the way like Hedges was going to throw it down like you do when you start an inning. He did. He's just so not used to coming into a game with a runner on in these situations.
Always gets a clean inning. The 1-1, swing and a miss. 99 at the belt. The single for Rogers that started the rally in game 2 was basically right at shortstop. Rocchio in that at bat, because Clase throws, 102 with a cutter, was shaded up the middle. Noticeably, he is straight up at shortstop right now. Rogers waiting on a 1-2. 6-3 Cleveland in the 8th. The pitch, swinging a line drive right to Jimenez. Elite. A grab, 1 out, 8th inning. Another good swing for Jake Rogers. And different positioning pays off for Rocchio at short.
Yeah, you called it right before the pitch. This time he goes slider down. Jake does a really nice job of adjusting to it. And if he was shaded to the left or to the right 2 steps, that's a base hit.
I said Jimenez, I meant Rocchio, the shortstop, and Again, they moved him, and it paid off. Sweeney takes 100-mile-an-hour cutter on the outside part of the plate for a called strike one. Clase has never had a 6-out save in his career. Being asked to get one today, Tigers have made him work hard. In the last 2 games he's appeared. 99 up and in for a called strike two. Sweeney has a single. He followed Rogers' single with one of his own. If he can get on here, Carpenter would bat, representing the potential tying run. Carpenter on deck. Meadows at second, 1 out. Tigers down 3. The 0-2 swing and a pop-up softly into left field. Kwan in, calling everybody off. He'll make the catch. Run the ball to the infield. Sweeney pops out. That'll bring up Kerry Carpenter, batting for the 3rd time today, battling the injured hamstring.
Base knock here. This could get interesting. Run to a 2-run ball game.
Sun a little bit brighter now. Shadows maybe becoming a little more difficult. Carpenter takes pitch low and in.
Do you think he's going to throw him a lot of sliders, Dan?
Surprised he started him off with one.
No, that was a fastball. That was the heater. But do you think he's going to? I don't.
Just pulled it down.
Yeah, he just pulled it. But I don't think he's going to.
No, I can't picture him seeing one. He saw 3 in a row and hit the 3rd one out. He kept missing with the slider. The 1-0 half cut. 100-mile-an-hour cutter in. Pitch from a righty that breaks into a lefty. It's got a little bit of tilt to it, but it's basically moving on a level plane into a lefty at 100 to 102. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Further inside. Triple-digit cutter. 1-2.
When you're trying to beat it to a spot, you got to make sure it's out over the plate still. Because sometimes you're like, if I see it in, I'm going to go and I'm going to beat it to a spot. Those pitches are in off the plate. Kerry needs to look out over the plate. If it starts out over the plate, then go.
Now waiting on the 1-2. On the way, swing and a foul. He's staying in, and that's why it's not just a 4-seam fastball. It's a cutter, which means that action right at the plate just can eat up a lefty. It's why lefties hit incredibly in over 120 at-bats. 115 off Emmanuel Clase this year. Carpenter drove in a run in the 5th inning, coming off the bench as a pinch hitter. The left injured hamstring did not allow him to get past first on a ball to the wall. The 1-2 swing and a foul out of play. You can see him favor the hamstring after a big swing. He lands on the left hamstring, then kind of hops. He got to a 97-mile-an-hour fastball to drive in the first run of the game in the 5th inning. Trying to drive in another here. Tigers chipped away at a 5-1 deficit, made it 5-3. The Guardians just scored a single run to make it 6-3. Meadows at second with 2 outs, the 1-2. Away. The more pitches you can throw, the better. Clase needed 28 pitches to get the final 5 outs at the Guardians' 5-4 win in Detroit. Tigers down to their last 4 outs. The 2-2 swinging a ground ball foul. Cutter in. Carpenter battling. He's going to see at least 8 pitches in this trip to the plate.
You wonder they still have reservations about that slider down, because if he
hasn't seen one yet,
he hasn't. That's one of his strikeout pitches. He'll run to that slider down out of the zone.
Fielding waiting on deck. Tigers down 3 in the 8th inning. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Stayed with a cutter. Triple-digit cutter gets the swing and miss strikeout of Carpenter. And the Guardians now 3 outs away from advancing on to the American League Championship Series. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-3 Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Get in the flow with the channel of unforgettable R&B from back when Beyonce went solo. Got me looking so crazy through Drake's unstoppable rise.
That's why I need a one dance.
So when SZA dropped Control,
I just keep him satisfied through the weekend.
feel the energy and emotion of 2000s and 2010s R&B in The Flow. Channel 48 and on the SiriusXM app.
On Southwest, everyone can change or cancel their flight without a fee. That means this solo...
Cheers, baseball fans. What a playoffs we have had so far. Every single game has been absolutely awesome to listen to and to hang out with all of you here in the chat. Please take a second to exit out of that chat and hit that thumbs up button and share this link out. That is the best way to get more baseball fans here in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And let's bring some more people in here. Send this out to the social media boards. Send it out to your friends. Let's have some fun and let's bring more people here to the chat to cheer for your team. Good luck to whatever team it is that you're cheering for. We'll see you guys back in the chat.
Soccer, and when news breaks, hear instant reaction.
We got a big developing story out of Cincinnati.
The all-new SiriusXM app. Everything a sports fan needs, all in one place.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favorite SiriusXM FC shows on the all-new SiriusXM app, now available for all subscribers.
Sports in Vegas.
Foley, Bo Brisky gets the 8th inning to start. Two lefties, Naylor, Jimenez to start the inning. You would think if either one reaches, Foley or Brisky for Brian Brocchio, who's been so tough. But we are going to have a pinch hitter for Bo Naylor. It was kind of surprising in the lead when you've got a catcher. We've been in the whole game to lift that catcher late. It'll be Austin Hedges against Tyler Holton. Hedges is a terrific catcher, the backup catcher. First pitch, strike one.
I like that glove in there.
And really, it's like you're bringing him in for defensive purposes. I mean,
100%.
There's nothing in terms of the bat that you wanted to pinch hit for Naylor. It's righty instead of lefty, but still there's just nothing in this bat. The 0-2 down and away. Changeup misses. Kind of a hazy sunshine right now. Shadows are a little brighter, a little more pronounced in the top half of the inning, which really isn't fair. Line drive on one skip into the Guardians dugout down the third base line.
Now took out Jose Ramirez over there. He's sitting there watching his iPad. He's pointing out, hey, hit it out that way.
Now the 1-2, swing and a miss. Dispatched him with a rare curveball down. Hedges pinch hitting for Naylor, strikes out. Jimenez will hit the Gold Glove second baseman. National League Championship Series starts tomorrow. Mets and the Dodgers. Major League Baseball very happy. We got a New York team, LA team.
Exactly.
Swinging the line drive into center field off the bat of Jimenez, chasing it down deep in the gap. Perez will field and get it in to Cole Keith on a hop, but Jimenez cruises into second base. Sharp line drive double. 2 hits today. He had 1 in the series. So important to limit the damage. Make sure there's a 0 here to give yourself a chance against the great arms in the game to come back in the 9th inning.
Yeah, the Guardians have done a nice job. They've been really aggressive early in the count. Most of their hits and damage has been on that first or second pitch. See right there, Holton's just trying to get ahead of him. Sucks his hands in. It's a double to right center.
Checking the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios scoreboard. Kodai Senga against the ex-Tiger Jack Flaherty in Game 1 of the NLCS tomorrow. Yankees await the winner of this series In New York on Monday, Rocchio swings, taps it foul on the third base line. 1 for 3 today, 5 for 15 in the series, and a lot of line drive outs, including his last time up. 6-3 Cleveland, bottom of the 8th inning to strike one. Cutter down below the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, he's having such a good series. He's got a Rocchio chant going. Wouldn't have heard that.
I don't think we heard that a lot in the regular season, or the Cleveland fans got that started a lot. Regular season. The 1-1 ground ball foul. Man, another good swing. He just pulled it foul down the third base line. Jimenez at second, a terrific base runner. Single would almost surely score him. The outfield's pretty deep. The brighter sunshine right now. It's pretty thick cloud cover around, though. The sun just kind of ducking in and out of the clouds at the moment. The 1-2, swinging a foul over the screen right down below us. Looking ahead to the 9th inning against Class A. Tigers down 3, need a couple of base runners to bring that potential tying run to the plate. Vierling, Green, and Keith, the scheduled batters against him. The 1-2, swinging a ground ball up the middle and into center field. The base hit, big add-on run for the Guardians. Brian Rocchio has had a series. 7-3 Cleveland.
Yeah, he's done it all, man. He's hitting the ball hard. He's seeing it. He's working deep in accounts. Holton went upstairs with a fastball. He fouled that off, got the breaking ball out over the plate, just punches it through the box. But between Rocchio and Stephen Kwan, those are the two guys that have got this offense going in big ways. David Fry had a big home run. Thomas had a couple big home runs. But other than that, it's been these two guys, this 9-1 hole combination.
This will be the last batter for Holton. The fastball low to Stephen Kwan. Kwan doubled off him to get that 5-run rally in game 1, and the first inning started. He got him on a routine fly ball to left. His second time facing Holton. Sweeper misses low and away.
This is what's crazy about the postseason. You go into the series, you're not thinking Brian Rocchio.
Not at all.
You're saying, okay, get these guys, get this guy. Don't worry about Brian Rocchio.
2-0. Strike at the knees. Sometimes those guys they'll give you a little heads up because they had maybe a lot of good at-bats during the regular season against you, but that wasn't the case with Rocchio. I mean, this is a guy they handled. The 2-1 to Kwan stands him up. Sweeper misses in. 3-1 on Kwan. Sweeney shades up the middle. Vierling's off the line deep at third. The 3-1 check swing called strike. Fastball just got the outside corner at the top of the strike zone. Feet close together. Kwan has been phenomenal. He's hit 600 in this series. 12 for 20. 3-2 swing and a miss. The rare, and I mean rare, strikeout of Stephen Kwan swinging. That'll be the end of the day for Holton. A.J. Hinch out. He's going to go to his bullpen. Foley and Brisky were both getting warm. I'll tell you which one is coming in with a man on, 2 outs. 7-3 Cleveland in the 8th. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers radio network.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota truck. Now through November 4th, get 1.9 APR financing or $2,000 customer cash on a new 24 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a Tacoma SR Double Cab for $319 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Nobody builds better trucks than Toyota. Let's go places.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Exciting times in Detroit. We're thrilled to be the official partner of the Detroit Tigers as they make their triumphant return to the ALDS. This home team is hungry for more. Their gritty spirit embodies the heart of our city. So let's unite, show our pride for Detroit, and cheer on the Tigers. After all, this is home. Visit Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, with 7 local locations to serve you.
This is the Detroit
on Sirius XM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89.
Bo Brisky is the new pitcher. He's being brought on to face David Fry. I don't know what happened the last time he faced David Fry, the home run in Detroit. He really pitched him tough. I think of the best at bat where he lined out to third, it was all fastballs, but Brisky gave him the changeup, gave him a slider, and he just hit a fastball 98 over the plate. That was the big blow in this series. One of many, but turned a 3-2 Tigers lead into a 4-3 Cleveland lead, and the Tigers were 9 outs away from closing out the series. First pitch to Fry is a slider that bounces.
That's what's fun about these baseball games. You get these short series, any playoff series, man. These teams are so good. They're playing at high level. It's kind of back and forth, big moments.
A lot of good at-bats today by the Guardians. Tigers had plenty of base runners. They've had base runners in every inning except the third.
Tigers just didn't quite have as big of a blow. They didn't hit the ball over the fence when there was a lot of runners on. That's been the difference.
Fry wetting on a 2-0. Ground ball foul. Brisky struck him out the first time he faced him in this series. A perfect 98-mile-an-hour fastball on the black.
Yeah, those big innings.
Yep. You just do. You need home run power in the postseason. We've talked about it a lot. Fastball, perfect. Didn't get the call. Fourth pitch of the at-bat is ball 3. 3-1 on Fry.
What's wrong with that one?
And that's right there.
Yeah.
Sun has broken through the clouds. Shadows right now. Advantage pitcher 3-1. Ground ball to short. Sweeney will back up, play the knee-high bounce, flip down to Keith for the force at second base on Rocchio, but the Guardians add a big run. This crowd alive because they know they are 3 outs away from advancing to the American League Championship Series. The Tigers will try to do something about that when we come back after 8, 7-3 Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
No matter what your sport, you win with energy efficiency tips from DTE. DTE's online interactive home can help you find tools.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one that's listening to the Game 5, the Tigers and the Guardians of the ALDS. Who's moving on to the ALCS to face the Yankees? Please help our community grow and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single MLB playoff game, as well as every single Toronto sports game. Thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Let's get there real soon. Thank you all. See you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Ready to join the revolution? Visit PriorityWaste.com and see how we're setting the new standards in the industry. Priority, where technology meets sustainability.
Get ready for Tigers baseball with Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail in a can. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories a can. Plus less carbonation, which means less bloating and less guilt when drinking. Carbliss offers flavors for everyone, from pineapple, black cherry, or cranberry to classic cocktails like margarita and Paloma. On Tigers game days, stop at your local grocery store and pick up a pack of Carbliss to enjoy at home during every pitch. Carbliss, handcrafted premium ready-to-drink cocktails. Less is more.
Northville Lumber is Michigan's Trex decking leader in the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. NorthvilleLumber.com.
And the Guardians have a 7-3 lead. Lane Thomas in a 1-1 game. Bases loaded, 5th inning. Got a fastball first pitch from Tarek Skubal, and the lefty specialist for manager Stephen Vogt, the guy who does damage against lefties, hit a rather stunning grand slam.
Yeah, and it was stunning. It was a fastball out over the middle of the plate. That whole inning kind of stacked up in a strange way. After he hit Jose Ramirez, there was a long kind of pause. You know, guys are exchanging gratitude, and which is not the normal vibe. First pitch, he comes out, throws the heater, blank.
Tarek Skubal had thrown 17 shutout innings until the 5th inning today. Hit Ramirez with the base loaded to make it a 1-1 game, and then Thomas jumped him. 3-run home run for Thomas in game 1. Grand slam in this game. Tigers chipped away, got it to 5-3. Now single runs in the 7th and 8th inning for Cleveland. And they carry a 4-run lead with their incredible closer on the mound, Emmanuel Clase, to start the 9th. First pitch slider into Matt Vierling, strike 1.
It's battle till the last out.
That's it.
That's all you do.
Vierling, Green, and Keith here in the 9th inning. The strike 1, swing and a foul out of play. 99 in the black away. No balls, 2 strikes. And a lively crowd here in Cleveland. They've been into it from the first pitch. Tigers took the lead for a minute in the 5th inning, and that quieted this place, but they have been alive since the grand slam. The 0-2. Throws him over the plate with a slider. 1 out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, this is a guy you want to attack early. You don't want to get to too many 2-strike counts with Emmanuel Clase. Starts that slider. Looks like it's going to be a fastball up and in, and that thing all of a sudden just tucks tail runs, takes the off ramp.
That brings up Riley Green. First pitch, ground ball to the right side. Big hop for Naylor. Underhand flip to Clase. 2 outs in the 9th.
Well, Dan, I would say the odds are stacked against us once again. 2 outs. Colt Keith.
Good at-bats all day. Again, the importance of the big 5.
Yeah.
Big extra base hit with men on. That has eluded the Tigers for most of the series. Last hope, Colt Keith standing at home plate. First pitch, strike, 99 at the belt. 33,000 plus on their feet here at Progressive Field. 7-3 Cleveland in the 9th, the strike 1. Fastball stands up Keith.
This is where you just want to delay somebody else's happiness as long as possible. And if you delay it long enough, there's a chance.
The 1-1, swing and a foul, 97 up. That's the low end of the cutter velocity for Clase. He's right at triple digits. That's his average cut fastball. Tigers down to their last strike. The pitch, down and in. Yank the cutter. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Colt's going to make him work for it. I love it. Battle till the end.
Sun breaks out. Shadows are a little tricky right now. The 2-2, swinging a ground ball to first. Backing up to play the big hop. Naylor, underhand flip to Clase. And the Guardians are moving on to the American League Championship Series. This incredible, at times magical run for the Detroit Tigers that started in mid-August has come to an end in Cleveland. But Andy Dirks, it has been an incredible run.
It has. This is a 2-month stretch of baseball that I will never forget for the rest of my life. The things that this team has done, starting back when everybody said there's no chance. They made it all the way to the ALDS Game 5. If you'd have said that a month and a half ago, Mr. Dickerson, you'd have said, I don't know, Andy, that might be a little over-optimistic. But here we sit, enjoyed every moment of it, proud of this team, like you wouldn't even believe. I've never seen guys do the things that these guys have done.
31-11.
Series. And this October to remember will continue with Game 1 of the American League Championship Series Monday night in New York. Cleveland eliminates the Detroit Tigers today in Game 5 by a final score of 7-3. And Emmanuel Clase gets his first 6-out save here in 2024. His second save in the series, his 49th save in this 2024 campaign. And the players out hugging and high-fiving each other between the pitching mound and second base. Well, the whole season, nothing came easy, and eliminating the Tigers was an arduous journey of its own just because of how well and how relentless the Tigers have been. But finally, they slay the giant. Tarek Skubal, the best starting pitcher, arguably in baseball, had gone 28 consecutive scoreless innings since he gave up a run to Kansas City on September 18th. And then the Guardians got him for 5 in the 5th when Detroit was leading 1-0. The big blow, the Lane Thomas grand slam to left center. Thomas finishing it with 5 RBIs, and Cleveland has won the division series and gets to the American League Championship Series for the first time since the 2016 World Series run. The ball club staying out on the field, and the celebration is going to start out there before it gets pretty darn crazy, I'm guessing, in the clubhouse. We'll be going downstairs at some point to get an interview, but right now the guys just enjoying it with each other, as they should. They'll be getting their gear for whatever they give out t-shirt wise and cap wise when you win the division series. How bleak it all looked after the Detroit Tigers had pitched back-to-back shutouts, beating Cleveland by identical 3-0 scores on Monday, and then on Wednesday, and then on Thursday with a chance to close out Cleveland. And with the lead, it was David Fry 6 down, a 6-out save to keep Cleveland's World Series dreams alive. They win the elimination game here today, 7-3. And we're going to head downstairs and get an interview here in a moment. I think we've got David Fry with us right now. Let's go downstairs. David, congratulations. Is there any way to put into words what today in this season has been for you?
No. This is unbelievable. I don't even really know what to say. This has been so exciting. I mean, I blacked out at second base when Lane hit that homer. I mean, this has been the funnest day ever.
Well, you know what? And it took all of you, obviously. But, David, this ball club was in trouble on Thursday in the 7th inning, and you come off the bench and really flip this series with that pinch hit 2-run homer.
Yeah, I mean, been fortunate enough to have opportunities all series to get to drive in some runs, and Vody went to me yesterday for a big one and kind of got the boys going. But we've talked about all year, it's a new guy every single day. And it's Hosey hitting a homer, and then today it's Lane, and my gosh, and Matty Boyd and the bullpen were so fantastic. What a day.
David, how about you're down 1-0 to Tarek Skubal, who hasn't given up a run since mid-September, and you guys get 5 in the 5th. Take us through that inning.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, Hemi and Rocchio at the bottom all day were so good. They gave us so many chances with runners on. And like you said, I mean, give credit to Skubal. He's been so good all year. But we knew if we were going to win the game, we had to beat him. They weren't going to go to the bullpen. They were going to try to ride him. And we just put together good at bat. Stephen Kwan, shocker, got on base. And, I mean, we get to Lane, and my gosh, what a swing.
So you've had a new baby daughter, your first child, your first All-Star appearance, and you're headed to New York. How much better can it get?
Heck yeah. 2 more series, baby. 2 more series.
Thank you, David. Great job.
Thanks, Hammy. Appreciate it.
David Fry got a big hit in that 5-run inning, and the Guardians are victorious by a final score of 7-3 as they will head to the American League Championship Series, and we're going to take a timeout here in downtown Cleveland.
Gear up for the postseason at the Guardians Team Store. The Team Store tent on Gateway Plaza has everything you need for October baseball, including Central Division Champs t-shirts, authentic collection hoodies, caps, and more. The Team Store is open 7 days a week during the postseason. Check out the daily hours at CLEGuardians.com.
Kids, wake up! Hey, kids! I'm going to McDonald's. Does anyone want...
Because when McDonald's breakfast is on the table, everyone's a morning person.
Order in the app and get your favorite breakfast sandwiches. Buy one, get one free. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid once per day through 9/29/24 at participating McDonald's. Must opt into rewards. Excludes bagels.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, to offer health benefit options for companies with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan provides the same great benefits as large corporations, but on a small group budget. Join more than 7,900 small businesses that offer the COSI benefit plan to their employees. Talk to your broker or visit COSIbenefitplan.com/join now. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like a sporting goods store. You are the top dog at the tailgate. The ride there, the ride home, and in between, you are the biggest fan. This season and every season, Marathon is proud to fuel you and your team because we're driven together.
What a day in Cleveland. Mother Nature forced this ball game to be moved from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock because they did not want weather to be any kind of an issue with a game of this importance and with a trip to New York at stake for both these ball clubs. And now what a Saturday night it makes for fans here in Northeast Ohio. Wow. Cleveland will fly to New York, have a work day tomorrow, and then game 1 of the American League Championship Series Monday night at 7:38 from Yankee Stadium. The Guardians eliminate Detroit today 7-3. We'll have the post-game celebration next.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray.
We have Coach Saban.
You had 7 national championships. How did you sustain it?
I never ever had relief syndrome. I never felt like we had to rest on our laurels. I never felt like I could do that.
It's really about looking ahead to the next game and focus everything on the next challenge and the next opponent.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
The new basketball season is around the corner, and SiriusXM NBA Radio is getting you ready by talking to the biggest stars in the game.
Joined now by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I want to be able to have a shot at winning it all.
Every weeknight until the season starts, hear a different team's preview show.
We've got Kevin Durant sitting down with us.
Championship is always the goal.
NBA Radio season preview shows. Only on NBA Radio, Channel 86. And for any interviews or previews you missed, hear them on the SiriusXM app.
You want baseball? The doggy has you covered. Tune in to Mad Dog Unleashed for the best baseball coverage anywhere. Weekdays 3 to 6 Eastern. SiriusXM Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Guardians fans, this is Stephen Vogt, and you're listening to Guardians Baseball on SiriusXM.
Guardians fans, this is Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan has his first Major League walk-off base hit.
And you're listening to Cleveland Guardians Baseball on SiriusXM.
Guardians fans, Stephen Vogt joins MLB Network Radio every other Friday at noon Eastern on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
You're listening to the American League Division Series on SiriusXM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic Children's, nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital with hands you trust. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Big day for us here. Let's get it done.
On paper, it's easy. Win and advance. With the truth, it's harder than the road they drive on.
Right on his bumper.
12 drivers remain, hoping to match dreams with destiny and claim a cup filled with history. The NASCAR Cup Series Playoffs Elimination Race, presented by Xfinity at the Charlotte Roval, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
Sirius XM has everything a college football fan needs.
He's in trouble and down he goes. The ball comes out.
All the big games are on the Sirius XM app.
Down the sidelines midfield. It's a race. Picking them up, putting them down.
Plus, hear daily in-depth analysis on College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
There's not a lot of holes or weaknesses on that football team, and they've got the goods where you want to have the goods for a championship caliber roster.
Our experts get you ready for game day every day on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
The Guardians Wrap-Up Show is brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. By Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians. By Progressive, bundle home and auto and save at progressive.com. Well, hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you in the broadcast booth here at Progressive Field. Rosie is down in the clubhouse where the celebration is about to get wild and crazy as Cleveland is moving on to the American League Championship Series, eliminating Detroit in this Game 5 scenario, winning it here today 7-3. Lane Thomas with a 5 RBI day as Cleveland got to Tarek Skubal for 5 runs in the 5th inning, highlighted by Lane Thomas's grand slam to left center. And then Cleveland, in today's ballgame, ended up using 8 different pitchers to subdue Detroit, starting with Matthew Boyd, and then the best bullpen in baseball took over, finishing it off, Emmanuel Clase with his first 6-out save of the season, his second save in this series, and Cleveland finally puts away Detroit by a final score of 7-3. That means Game 1 is coming up on Monday night, and of course we'll have it all for you, and that'll begin with the first pitch Monday night from the Big Apple at 7:38. And Game 2 will be at the same time on Tuesday night. And then the series comes back to Cleveland, and you can get those American League Championship Series tickets online at the Cleveland Guardians website. That's where you have to go to get postseason tickets for the upcoming series with the Yankees. Games 3 and 4 will be held here in Cleveland on Thursday and Friday. And if a Game 5 is needed, it would be here in Cleveland a week from today. And then the series would shift back to New York if Games 6 and 7 are needed. The National League Championship Series starts tomorrow night in L.A. with the Dodgers entertaining the New York Mets. So what began with 30 ball clubs all vying for a spot in October, we're down now to the final 4. And it's Cleveland, the New York Yankees, the New York Mets, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and 2 will prevail, and a trip to the World Series. Cleveland, of course, last there in 2016 and had that incredible 7-game series with the Chicago Cubs. And an incredible run by the Detroit Tigers, and congratulations to them. Dead and buried when they traded away key veterans at the deadline, 8 games under on August 10th, and then the sensational run, including today. The Tigers finished going 35-16 and gave Cleveland, obviously, everything they could handle, and had a chance to close out Cleveland in Detroit. And the Guardians rallied on that pinch hit home run by David Fry. And
I knew your number was going to get called maybe sooner than you thought. A pretty good idea. That was the game plan going in.
Yeah, I was just ready for any time that my name would be called. Didn't matter when, but I was ready.
You knew during the regular season that the bullpen obviously had become such a big key, and it would be in the postseason. Do you prepare any differently from game to game in the postseason as opposed to the regular season?
No, I don't think so. I think we showed up ready just like in the regular season. We were always prepared, always ready to go, just waiting for our names to be called.
The ups and downs of this game, how did you see it, especially in that 5th inning when the game turned?
It was just an unbelievable game. Big inning. Lane stepped up huge there. And, good defense all around. It was just good fun.
And the series, obviously the Tigers were on a roll coming in here. You kind of had a hunch it might go 5. Is that what you guys were thinking as the series started to play out, even after the big win in Game 1?
There's no telling. I knew it would be good games. I knew, at this time of year, everybody's going to show up and play. I'm glad to come out on top for sure.
Hunter, thanks a lot for coming by. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
That is Hunter Gaddis, part of the bullpen crew that got the job done today. Just incredible work by the crew in the bullpen. And the guy who started it maybe went shorter than he thought is Matthew Boyd. Matt, obviously a day for you where you get a chance to start things, and it ended kind of quickly, but when you look at it, being a part of this type of win for the ball club, your thoughts when it's all said and done, especially with the emotions going in for you?
Yeah, man, it feels, Voter always says start a winner, right? The goal's to win. And, I was called to get 6 outs today, and then from there forward, right, it's like you just hand the ball to the next guy. And pretty awesome, man. It was just a good team win all around, man. So many good guys in this clubhouse.
I would imagine for some starting pitchers, it's hard to watch the game after you get taken out. But with this bullpen, for you, how much enjoyment do you get seeing what they can do and lead to a win?
I enjoy every W from wherever I get to watch it. So, it was weird. Games like this, man, they're emotional, right? They're up and down emotional. So, it feels like I didn't even pitch today. It was so long ago, you know what I mean? But it was awesome, man. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'd do it over every time.
More emotional for you because it was the Tigers and it was Tarek Skubal on the other side?
It makes it special. I have so much respect for that whole clubhouse. So much respect for Tarek. Man, guy's a stud. And, he threw the ball really well this postseason, but man, it was a good team win, and I'm just so happy with our clubhouse.
Okay, you signed here trying to be a part of this type of thing, and is this what you were thinking when you were trying to look at clubs where you wanted to land?
Without a doubt. This is what you dream of, and grateful to be here, man.
Matt, thank you.
Thanks, Rosie.
That is Matthew Boyd. Started today's game, and now the hero of today's game with a grand slam in the 5th inning, Lane Thomas. And Lane, my goodness, a moment for you, I imagine, has not been equaled in your career.
No, absolutely. It felt great. We've been grinding in this last series, so it felt good to come through for the guys.
And you're facing one of the best in the game in Tarek Skubal, and there was a little delay because Jose Ramirez was hit by that pitch before you came to the plate. Beneficial to you just to kind of reset and figure out what you wanted to do?
Your first thought is you're hoping your best player's okay. And then after that, he threw me a good pitch to hit, so he did a good job of not doing that my first 4 at-bats. So, it felt good to put a good swing on a pitch to hit.
And when you look at the reaction in the dugout, when you got back to home plate, can you describe that for us?
You just think about the guys who helped you or got you to that point. The coaching staff believing in me even when I was struggling a little bit and still getting those at-bats. And you don't get to hit in a situation like that without some other guys taking good at-bats. So, props to them.
And we just talked to Matthew Boyd. He had a choice of where he wanted to end up this season. You were traded here, so you didn't have any choice in the matter. But you look at it now, and that trade, how has that just changed your life at this point?
Man, you don't want to be anywhere else. It's a great group.
You think they'll play Rocky Top in here right now? Or at least sometime soon?
If they don't, I'm going to make them.
Can you sing us the refrain to Rocky Top? Do you know the words?
The what?
I
don't know. I kind of lost my voice a little bit. I'll save that for lip singing over here.
All right, man. Thank you. That is Lane Thomas, the Grand Slam home run that turned this game around. And for the Guardians, it ends up being a win in a decisive Game 5. And again, it is bedlam down here as the guys are celebrating. Mike Chernoff, general manager, comes by. And Mike, there's a lot of different ways to win a game in this league, and you did it a little bit differently today. Sort of. This team has done this before out of the bullpen. When you go into a game like this, how much is this part of the blueprint of how to get it done?
Well, our bullpen has been the strength of our team all year, and we knew we were going to ride him hard today. I'm not sure we knew we'd ride him that hard, but that was pretty fun to watch. I will say this, Rosie, when you talk about doing it in different ways, when I walked into Voter's office around 8:30 this morning, the first thing he said to me was bombs, bunts, and chaos. And it felt like we had a lot of that going on the past couple games. That was pretty fun.
So maybe a page out of the Tigers book?
I guess so, but Voter knows what he's doing. That was pretty fun.
I know you get a certain satisfaction out of reaching the postseason, out of a Central Division title. When you win a playoff series, especially when it goes the distance, what is that satisfaction in terms of how you built this team and get a job done?
Oh, I mean, this is what you play for, to keep on playing. And you know what? It's just been so fun to see a team that never backs down from a challenge, that is resilient. I think we have the fewest blown leads and the most come from behind wins of any team, or second most. That is the story of this team this year, and you saw it in this series. This team never gives up, and we certainly didn't do it over the past couple days.
All right, I know you're not going to pat yourself on the back, but you traded for a certain guy who had a big game today in Lane Thomas. What did you see in him or was it just a bat that could fit and maybe come through in a big spot?
We of course foresaw exactly this, Rosie, especially around September 1st. No, you know what? We got Lane to contribute to the team. We thought he would fit perfectly with the guys that we had, and it obviously played out about as well as you could possibly imagine. Pretty fun to see for him.
Mike, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thanks, Rosie.
That is Mike Chernoff. And there it is. Rocky Top has begun down here. And Tom, it is... this has become the theme song. I know you've been around a bunch of these, Hammy, and every team has a different theme. What makes them tick? Would you have ever thought Rocky Top would be... somebody kicked out the music, but would you have ever thought that Rocky Top, the University of Tennessee fight song, would be the thing that gets them going every time down here?
No, but I think it's another reason why this club has done what it's done. It all began with a cohesiveness. And this only started when Lane Thomas was acquired at the deadline from Washington. And they started playing it just to make Lane Thomas, who lives in Knoxville and would have been a Tennessee Volunteer had he gone to college. They knew what a big fan he was of the Volunteers and obviously the state of Tennessee. And that was their way of getting him to feel comfortable with this ball club. And now obviously Rocky Top is taken on a life of its own, but it's another example of why this club that may not have a $300 million payroll like the next team Cleveland faces is able to overcome the obstacles, the injuries, and whatnot this year to get to this point.
Well, I think it's the Patsy Cline version, maybe, or maybe someone else from way back when, which makes it even more funny down here. But these guys, they love it. They're having a ball, and absolutely a hard-earned division series victory over a worthy opponent, and they are having a blast and soaking it in. Tell you what, why don't we take a break, and I'll reset. The guys are helping us out here, Bart Swain and Curtis Danberg. They're going to try and fish some other guys out, but if we could take a break, and I'll bring it back in just a few.
All righty. 7-3, Cleveland eliminates Detroit. We'll take this time out.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
Swung on and missed, strike 3 and a no-hitter.
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
And a high drive, deep right center.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio every night on SiriusXM Channel 89 and every morning on the SiriusXM app.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Josh Gibson was the greatest baseball player of all time.
Hear all new episodes of the award-winning SiriusXM original podcast, Black Diamonds.
If there was a 5-tool catcher, it would be Josh Gibson.
Stories of baseball's all-time greats.
Josh Gibson played the game like he was in a video game. But this was no video game. This was very real.
Negro Leagues Baseball Museum President Bob Kendrick hosts Black Diamonds. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Wake up! Wake up, everybody!
This is Steve Phillips from the leadoff spot on MLB Network Radio. Join me and former Major League Baseball players Eduardo Perez and Xavier Scruggs as we react to all the latest news and scores across baseball and have plenty of fun along the way.
Steve, you were so right about that.
I don't know if anybody else thinks we're funny, but I think we're funny.
Why are you putting us or we into this?
The leadoff spot, weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89, and
What a division series we have had so far, and it continues on. Please take a second to check that link that is pinned in the chat. Go check out our campaign page. We're running a campaign for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto as part of their Create 100K donation drive. We have opened it up for the MLB playoffs and NHL opening night. Thank you so much for clicking that link. A portion of our proceeds goes donated every single month to Sick Kids Hospital. So just by being here, you're making a difference in our community. Please take a second. If you see an ad that catches your interest, please click it and support the advertisers here on YouTube. As well, you can support our channel with sending in super chats or by sharing this link out. That's the number one. The more you guys can get this Sick Kids campaign link out, the better. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's make a big difference and raise a bunch of money for our community. Let's get back to the baseball. Good luck to your team.
I mean, definitely full confidence, but also it's baseball. You don't know what's going to happen. We had a plan coming in. We had to kind of avoid a little bit and then get back on track. But, I mean, Matty Boyd did a great job in the first 2 innings, and then Cade Smith had to do what he had to do as usual all year. And we knew we were up against with Struble. You know, really great starting pitcher, but our bullpen has done with the old year. They bend, they didn't break. Each guy, they kept the lead. And then just to kind of get the ball to Class A in the 8th inning and let him cook. It was awesome.
And you make the early move, but then there's some moves later in the game. You had to go to Eli Morgan for a little bit. What's going on in that dugout? How much conversation is there between you, Voter, and also pitching coach Carl Willis?
A lot of conversation. We're trying to figure out if there's trouble, who we got to go to next, who we going to get out of the inning. But the credit to our bullpen. They've been doing it all year. It's a great job by Bodie and Carl by putting all our guys in different spots throughout the year. So for these guys to come in, we had full confidence in them.
You guys have been through a lot together from back in your minor league days, yourself and Stephen Vogt. You're down 2-1, but it didn't seem like anybody had any panic in them. Where does that come from?
It comes from the players. Like, it's all about the boys, all the other boys in the clubhouse. They believe in each other. They knew that we just had to win the series, something we've been doing all.
The players are taking part and really enjoying the moment, and I know there's some work to do starting tomorrow on the next series, but when you win a series like this, you see the result down here of the celebration and what it means to these guys, and they earned it because that was not easy in 5 games over the Tigers.
No, it sure wasn't. Thank you, Rosie.
You got it.
So Cleveland's a winner 7-3 to move on. We'll move to one more timeout.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
Experience baseball like never before from Progressive Field's new state-of-the-art North Coast Social. Coming in 2025, these semi-private open-air boxes overlook left field and include access to a climate-controlled indoor club, providing the best of both environments so you can focus on the game, the company, and the good times. Learn more about North Coast Social. Call 216-420-HITS or visit CLEGuardians.com.
Shop Sheely's Furniture and Appliance for all of your home's needs. With over 6 acres of selection from top furniture, mattress, and appliance vendors like Flexsteel, Smith Brothers, Ashley, GE, LG, Tempur-Pedic, and more, you are sure to find your perfect piece. At Sheely's, you never have to wait for a sale. We offer everyday low pricing, free local delivery, and price match guarantee, so you can shop with confidence. Hurry in to your local Aurora or North Lima locations. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Phantom Fireworks, the official celebration partner of the Cleveland Guardians, wants to congratulate the team on clinching the MLB playoffs. Celebrate the Guardians games at your home watch parties with the loudest, brightest, and safest fireworks you can buy. Phantom Fireworks has over 100 locations nationwide, with every type of consumer fireworks available. Visit fireworks.com for playoff specials, coupons, and a location near you. Phantom Fireworks, lighting up backyards of America from coast to coast.
You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like a sporting goods store. You are the top dog at the tailgate. The ride there, the ride home, and in between, you are the biggest fan. This season and every season, Marathon is proud to fuel you and your team because we're driven together.
It's Doing, Gone, the official ice cream of the Cleveland Guardians from Perry's Ice Cream. Doing, Gone is a home run combination of chocolate cookie dough ice cream loaded with chunks of cookie dough and crushed cookie swirls. A portion of every carton sold benefits Cleveland Guardians charities. Join the boys of summer for a scoop at Progressive Field or ask for it at your favorite grocery store. Visit perrysicecream.com to find Doing, Gone near you. Go Guardians!
Well, welcome back to downtown Cleveland as the party has moved outside, just outside the third base dugout where the Cleveland Guardians are during each and every home game. And they've got family and friends out there on the grass outside the dugout. And so this celebration will continue for a little bit, but then we get on the Big Bird and head to New York City tonight. There will be a workout tomorrow at Yankee Stadium. And then, of course, games 1 and 2, Monday and Tuesday night, coming up at 7:38 here on the Guardians Radio Network. And, of course, we'll have all of the postseason action for you. And should be fun. I mean, the New York Yankees are built for this. You have a $300 million payroll. If you don't get to the World Series, it's a massive failure in some people's minds when you talk about the Yankees. For Cleveland, to get to where they've gotten has been an incredible journey and an incredible story, and they'll try to continue that on Monday night. Final numbers, Cleveland, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 7 left. Detroit, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 10 stranded. Tim Herron got the win. Emmanuel Clase the save. Tarek Skubal the loss. Took 3 hours and 8 minutes. 34,105 capacity crowd once again here in Cleveland. And the next time the home folks get to come to this ballpark and see a ball game will be coming up on Thursday when Cleveland and New York are back here to play Game 3 in the American League Championship Series. So enjoy your weekend, and we'll be with you again Monday night for Game 1 from the Big Apple. So long, everybody.
Sirius XM has everything a college football fan needs.
He's in trouble, and down he goes. The ball comes out.
All the big games are on the SiriusXM app.
Down the sidelines, midfield. It's a race. Picking them up, putting them down.
Plus, hear daily in-depth analysis on College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
There's not a lot of holes or weaknesses on that football team, and they've got the goods where you want to have the goods for a championship caliber roster.
Our experts get you ready for game day every day on SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
No one keeps you closer to U.S. soccer than SiriusXM FC.
We're now joined by U.S. men's national team head coach Mauricio Pochettino.
The country is about to compete, to win, and to give everything. What we need to translate to the fans, we need to be protagonists, we need to be aggressive team, an entertainment team, because we are USA and the culture is about to win.
Hear more from Mauricio Pochettino on the SiriusXM app. Just search FC.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
The Guardians Wrap-Up Show has been brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. By Cleveland Clinic Children's, nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital with hands you trust. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit Progressive.com.
Be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
The Guardians Wrap-Up Show has been brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. By Cleveland Clinic Children's, nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital with hands you trust. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit Progressive.com/careers.
This is Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City and host of the award-winning SiriusXM podcast, Black Diamonds. I want you to picture this. 100 years ago, the Kansas City Monarchs and the Hilldale Athletic Club trotting onto a dusty field at the Baker Bowl in Philadelphia to begin the first ever Negro Leagues World Series. A packed house and 5 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame in action. But who knew that those athletes of 1924 would share so much in common with the stars a century later?
Shohei Ohtani, the first player to have a 50-50 season.
Bullet Rogan